Talk to him, Laraine. Say hello.
Are we on?
Yeah, we are live.
You didn't do the countdown.
It was doing the countdown. You just weren't paying attention.
I didn't. There was no sound.
It was coming. Yeah, it's fine. It's fine.
I'm sorry. I'm so sorry.
She wasn't paying attention.
I was replying to some YouTube comments. I found
Who are you?
I'm Laraine Durham. I've lost over 50 pounds on the GLP-1 medication. I use compounded Tirzepatide. We're in week 94, 5.
Well, before you go into that, why don't you tell them who all we are first?
This is week 95. And we're the Downsized. We're just a couple that's been married 22 years. We started a GLP-1 journey September of 2023. I lost 50. He lost 100 plus. And we decided to start a YouTube channel to tell the world about our experience, because I've been trying to lose weight my whole life, and he's been trying for
35 years.
But his adult life, let's say. So
decades and decades, yes.
Decades and
as long as you've known me, for sure.
As long as I've known you,
Mm-hmm.
Indeed.
I don't know what that was.
I don't know. So this is our live show where we take viewer questions and celebrate wins with our viewers, and just hang out. Jojo, our cat, might be stopping by. You never know what she's doing. Both girls are downstairs. I hear them arguing about something. That's delightful.
I think they're talking to the TV.
Oh, all right. Do you want to say something, Mr. Durham? Am I talking too much? As per usual. Answer is yes.
Trying to get a word in edgewise. It's all good.
Keep trying.
It's all good. It's all good. No, anyway, we're the Downsized. Laraine, Christopher, we've been married 22 years, as she said. To give you all the numbers, if you're new out there, I'm 5'10". I started at 286, or 5'10.5". Don't forget that half inch. Started at 286.4 pounds. I believe this morning I was 104 pounds, even. I can't do that math, but whatever that is.
I'm not mathing.
100 plus pounds. 100 plus pounds down. So plenty. My goal that I wanted to reach was 185. So I've kind of just bounced up and down a little bit, up and down, a couple pounds each way. So I've been doing very well on that. How about you, girl?
How about me? I'm 5'5". I'm a 56-year-old mother of 3 pretty much grown children. I started at 193 pounds, and I've been around 143 today. I was actually, I don't know if you can see that, probably not. It's actually 193 or 143 even. So I've been in maintenance for a while now, for about a year. So I've been playing around with my dose. I've gone down in dose. Been trying to work on my body composition, not worrying so much about the number on the scale anymore. Never thought I'd say that, but more of building muscle, losing fat, right? So
Yep.
That's my story. I did a really hard, high-intensity interval training class this morning that really kicked my butt. So, but you know what? It's good to do the harder things, right? It's good to do the harder things. I was talking to 2 of the ladies after the class, and that class that we're in starts at 8:00. So I woke up at like 7:15. I was like, if I get up right now, I can make it. So I zipped over there. And I was talking to these 2 ladies after class, and they said, well, we used to go to the 9:00 bar class, which is the one I usually go to. I said, yeah, that's the one I usually go to too. They said, but you have to get there so early because the class is so full. And then we figured out if we just came a little bit earlier, we could do this class, and it's harder. And we were really getting not too good for the bar class, but like we needed to level up. I'm like, oh yeah, I kind of need to level up too. So
anyway,
it's good to mix it up.
If you're out there, we talk about GLP-1s, the disease of obesity, weight loss. We are not doctors, so we like to tell you that. Not a doctor, not a doctor.
Not a doctor.
So very often, if you ask very specific questions, we can tell you based on our experience, or many of the viewers can comment based on their experience, but we may say you need to talk to your doctor. because we don't know your specifics, your situations. And again, we're not doctors. If you haven't already, please like and subscribe.
Yeah.
We're closing in on 25,000
That'd
subscribers
be great.
right now.
So,
It's been a big week for news in the GLP-1 worlds. Happy to talk about any of it. Typically, I like to kind of segment a lot of it into our weekly news. But if there's big things happen, you'll see, special news segments. So tomorrow I'll do a whole, probably 40-minute video on the Novo Nordisk call
lawsuits.
today. No, not the lawsuits.
Oh,
the,
not the
the
lawsuits,
call
just
today.
the
The
call.
lawsuits we could do as well.
Yeah.
The lawsuits really aren't that interesting. I was going to save those for the weekly news.
Well, it's like,
And then Eli Lilly's call is tomorrow.
yeah. So Eli Lilly filed a bunch of lawsuits against the compounding pharmacies and
telehealth.
And it looks like Novo Nordisk just kind of copy and pasted their.
They're remarkably similar. So yeah, Novo Nordisk filed 14 lawsuits against compounders and telehealth companies, which brings their grand total to 132 lawsuits across 40 states they currently have. So they are keeping numerous lawyers very busy.
Yeah.
And probably paying for some Caribbean lake houses with the attorneys here. Of note for you guys that have followed us, Mochi was named in it, Fella and Delilah, Prism Aesthetics, Zelfie, Forever Weight Loss, and a bunch I've never heard of. Renew Weight Loss, Get Relief RX, Gorin Plastic Surgery Investments, Plastic Surgery Associates, Link Pharmacy, Axtel's Right Value Pharmacy, Texas Star Pharmacy, and Balmic Diversified. Now, honestly, I would assume quite a few of these are pretty small ones that will probably fold up their table and go home and go, I don't have the money to defend this.
Empower's not on there?
Nope. Well, but I don't have the full list. These are just the 14.
Oh, there were 132 lawsuits?
Well, they currently have 100.
complaints?
There were 14 new ones. There's currently 132 going
total.
on. I don't
Right.
think they currently have one with Empower.
So when Christopher saw the one with Mochi, he said, oh, wonder if they watched any of our Downsized videos like Eli Lilly did and quoted them in the lawsuit. And I said, oh, I'm sure they didn't. I'm sure they wouldn't look at any of our videos. So he goes and checks. He's like, guess what? They use some of our video as material for their as quotes for their Mochi
No, we're
lawsuit.
we're not
named, but
it's not a surprise. I mean,
I wouldn't think they would just copy and paste the exact same comments. I haven't seen you.
They're pretty close to the same. I mean,
pretty
honestly, why wouldn't you? If you're one attorney and you have basically the same lawsuit, why wouldn't you go look at the other filing?
I mean,
I would.
I just thought they'd be more.
It's not
original
exactly
than
the
that,
same.
but-
Why do you don't need to be original?
I mean, these companies have billions
It's not a creative
of
writing
dollars
project.
of profits that they can use to fund what I was just a little surprised.
Well, I mean, this time I was actually they were
Quoted.
actually quoted me. Last time it was just you.
I
in
was
your,
just quoted in the
in
Lilly
your interview.
lawsuit. You're quoted in
this
the
time.
also
If
quoted
you
in
guys
the
watch it
Novo.
all, I say almost every video I have used Zepbound, Mounjaro, and compounded Tirzepatide, and they have all worked exactly the same for me. Same side effects, same weight loss. Well, I'm quoted and it says, and he says he's not a doctor, and I'm not a doctor, and that is a true statement of my experience. So,
Well, and they quoted you as saying all three you felt were the same result: the compound Tirzepatide, the Mounjaro, and the Zepbound. Because
it has been for me.
And he says that in every video. So I guess they just saw it in a couple. Videos
mostly these lawsuits are around either what they call illegal marketing, and they're referencing the Lanham Act, which is a federal act, and the California Act, or the illegal practice of medicine. So by a corporation. So
yeah, going back to that.
Yeah, I mean, there's 14
Dr.
of them.
Myra,
I
really
didn't actually
doctor.
read all 14, and probably will not. But I looked at a couple of them, and once you saw one, they just kind of insert new name, repeat. There may be some eccentricities to them. Who knows?
Yeah. So anyway,
let's see who's out there.
Good to know that Novo Nordisk and Eli Lilly watched the Downsized. So
I hope they hit like and subscribe.
I hope they subscribe. Also,
Because it's like some junior lawyer out or paralegal out there watching. So
yeah,
if you're sitting there in a law office and you need to lose 100 pounds, hit like and subscribe, follow us, and
no.
go get a prescription for GLP-1.
No, what I was going to say is, David Ricks, the CEO of Lilly, we'd love to interview you on the Downsized. Please.
And the new
send us
CEO
an
of
email.
Novo
And
Nordisk,
the
who
new
starts
CEO
tomorrow.
of Novo
Mike
Nordisk.
Dushtar.
Mike, we'd love to talk with you. So, email Christopher at thedownsized.org or Laraine at thedownsized.org, and we'll interview
And
you right now.
If you guys
we'll
watch,
end this live right now. No, just kidding.
But no, we'll bring them on live.
We'll bring you on live right now.
If you watch the Novo call today or listen to it, mostly it was like PowerPoint slides and listen to it. It was this strange, because Novo's from Denmark, and I'll do a whole thing tomorrow about it. But the old CEO, Lars Furgard Jorgensen, who I just learned how to say the man's name.
I know,
and
we
now
just
they
got it
changed
down, and then
who has been there 33 years, just a
33
really kind of like
years.
classy, elegant guy, led the whole call. And basically today's his last day. Tomorrow the new guy starts, and the new guy is one of the guys that reported to him and has been at Novo Nordisk for 20 years. So it was this weird thing that I can't imagine ever happening at an American company, having the outgoing guy who was basically ousted.
Yeah.
Was basically like, you're not hitting your numbers, get the heck out. And the new guy, so we'll see tomorrow. It'll be a big day. We'll see. Maybe there'll be big things coming out of them.
Maybe they'll drop the price of Wegovy to $199 a month. That would really kick Eli
there's a lot
Lilly's
of stuff
butt.
they could do. There's a lot of stuff they could do.
We'd like to see Wegovy at $199 a month, and we'd like to see Zepbound at $199 a month. That is in Lorraine's land of
I don't know that I see
fantasy.
Zepbound going to price parity if they go that far down, because they're going to go, well, we're better than you
I
are.
was talking about the presidential physical fitness test, and now that's reared its ugly head back. I think maybe the government might be watching the Downsized also.
I am sure they are. Yeah,
they probably are.
They didn't have an idea, and they were like, Laraine said.
Well, Laraine was traumatized by the flex arm hang. Let's traumatize a whole new generation of children. That'd be great.
Why you're so crazy, girl. Let's see who's out there. Brooklyn.
That's the StreamYard. That's not.
That is the wrong one.
That's not it.
Brooklyn, who has a kitty.
Kitty.
Brooklyn Joy is going to ask my doctor, but I'm thinking down the way, once I'm on maintenance, getting the 5 milligram vial, but using it twice, 2.5. Is that okay? And if you can split the dose, how do you keep the bottle? Well, it depends on what you're using. So if you're using compounded, and we don't know where your medications are coming from, compounded medications have been designed to have a shelf life. So they last typically 28 days after they've been punctured. And you keep them in a cool, dry place in your refrigerator, out of light, preferably.
However,
make sure you don't have any gross things floating around your refrigerator, that moldy cheese, whatever. Okay, I can talk.
No, but you have to say
let me get to the rest of
vials. You can't do that with.
When they say don't cut me off, that's what it is. That's what it is.
It's losing the lead, burying the lead in moldy cheese. Continue. Hello. No, I know what you're going to say. I just somehow we got into moldy cheese.
I've just given all the detail. If you have the Lilly vials, theoretically, you're not supposed to use those multiple times. They are single-use vials. Would I do it? I probably would do that, honestly, but I'm not a doctor, so don't do what I tell you. But
I wouldn't do it because those Lilly vials don't have the preservatives in them that the compounded vials have. Plus, if you take too long to reorder your Lilly vials, they'll charge you a high price, won't they?
They don't.
Well, she's getting the 5 milligram one, not the 2.5.
No, well, true enough. Yeah.
So if you don't reorder those Lilly vials within a 6-week period, they're going to charge you $100 more. So
it can go up as much as $200.
Read the fine print if you're doing the Lilly Zepbound vials. I mean, most of the doses, all the doses except the starter dose, are $4.99 a month, which isn't a bad price, but that's still a lot of money. So make sure you read all that fine print.
All right, Miss Anna Hoover.
Hey, Anna Hoover. I think you're our #1 fan today. Thank you for watching, Anna Hoover. And thanks for being a member of Club Downsized. If Sandy is watching, Sandy was telling me she can't figure out where the join button is.
Why don't you go to her house? Sandy goes to the gym with her, so perhaps you could take this offline and help her.
Well, I tried. I was just thinking if she's watching right now.
Shanitha, hello.
Hey, Shanitha, we did an interview with her. I don't think we've published it yet, but yep.
But
hello.
It's coming soon.
Nice to see you. Thanks for being a member of Club Downsized. Anthony says hello, everyone. Hello, Anthony. Shelly Meadow Breeze. Hello, everyone. I hope everyone is having a nice week. Denise Walker says hello, everyone. Hello, Denise.
Peggy Naylor, have you heard of anyone or have any of your listeners been able to get off their CPAP machines? Oh yeah, plenty of people. I mean, that's one of the goals. I think depending on the level of sleep apnea that you have, just monitor it very closely. I mean, one of the interviews I did with a gentleman that hasn't run yet, actually last week, I think he was having like 1,200 breathing incidents an hour or some crazy thing. So just monitor it. But as you are on the medication and you lose weight, it should be better. And we have talked to a number of people who.
And we should mention that Zepbound has been FDA approved for the treatment of sleep apnea. So if you have, I think, moderate to severe sleep apnea, you may be able to get your insurance to cover Zepbound. So just for people who might be.
But moderate to severe, so mild or lesser,
right?
I don't think are covered by anybody.
And I had one lady tell me, I think maybe it was Michelle, that said they did a sleep study at home and the results came out mild. And the doctor said, well, if you go into the place and actually do the sleep study in the hospital or wherever they do them, you might have a better chance of getting that moderate sleep apnea result.
Which is cool. Let's see here. Kate Haya from Seattle. Oh, Kate also gifted some downsized membership. So you might have gotten a free Club Downsized membership from Kate. We have no control over who gets them. They just kind of pop up in it. And the YouTube guide send it out. So if so, you have some cool extras that you can do. Let me give her a dancing robot. Including our weekly live just for Club Downsized people, and which is on Tuesday nights typically, and we have a Facebook group and all kinds of other things. So hopefully you'll enjoy that. Let me get back over here. Peggy Naylor.
I'm on Zepbound and I have sleep apnea. Have you heard of it?
Oh, same one.
Okay.
We did that one. Sorry, Peggy.
That sounds familiar.
But good to see you, Peggy. Jazzy VR.
Hey, Jazzy.
Kate says, Michelle, great interview.
Shay Pat says, hey, Downsized fam. Hey, Shay Pat.
Thanks for being a member. Michelle says she has... Yeah, we just did that interview with her.
Yeah, I have sleep apnea, Michelle says, and use the CPAP machine. My sleep apnea doctor is very excited about the possibilities.
Denise.
Looking forward to tonight. Hey, Denise. Hey, Leslie Davis. Hi, everyone. I'm Michelle Frank. I enjoyed your downsized dish. Yep, we had a nice chat with Michelle. That interview is doing pretty well. So it's if you haven't watched it, I think it's a good one. Go watch it after this or, later. Losing It Gray says, back in black. He copied me. I don't think. Yeah, no, we're both in black today. It's been raining here and cold, thus the long sleeves, and I have long pants. And it's like in the 60s today. It's a weird temperature. We're usually in the 90s. Love the glasses. Oh, these are my Dollar Tree readers. So these I can, lose or, put in every room in the house. I have contact lenses because I can't see far away. And now that I've gotten older, I can't see close up. So I got multifocal contacts, but I still really can't see close up. So
if you have questions, throw them in the comments. Make sure you put a couple of cues in front of it so I see it. If you want to celebrate wins, weight loss, you just started, got a new car, had a grandbaby, doesn't matter to me. Tell us what's going on.
Hey, Gwen. Gwen says, good evening, all. So Gwen, if you guys may have seen, we are in this contest called Gwen, you made me think of it. Sorry. Called America's Favorite Couple. So I think there's a post in the community tab of YouTube. I've also got it on my personal Facebook page. You can go and vote for us for free once a day. You just click the link. And this has been going on for quite a while. This has been going on like a month already. And somehow there's rounds and there's groups and we've made it through all these rounds. And Gwen posted like yesterday, how long does this contest go on? And I'm like, I'm not really sure. But we keep advancing. So now the next cutoff, I think, is August 7th. Is it maybe tomorrow, maybe Friday, maybe, I don't know. But only the number one couple in each group advances. And we were number 2, and I think we just might have popped into number 1. So if you guys would go vote for us, it's free. You know, you can pay for votes, but you don't have to pay for votes. You can just
it's a
do a free
fundraiser for
one
a couple
once
of
a day.
charities. So.
Yeah. So that's pretty fun. Do you want to talk about your Kelly Clarkson quest?
Well, there's still no T in her name.
Clarkson. Okay. Do you want to talk about that?
Why, yes, that would be delightful. Let's see here.
Who's that?
That's
I think
me.
I used to be married to him.
That is me.
Why'd you have that picture up?
I will show those in a little while.
It's a big before picture.
Before picture.
So, here comes JoJo. All right, tell them what you're doing, Christopher.
So for those of you who have been following along, first of all, we're doing meetups around the country. There's 6 of them. You missed the first one. That was in Washington a few weeks ago. But one of the ones that I wanted to do was a Vegas. JoJo.
JoJo's knocking stuff over.
Not sure what JoJo just knocked over. Was a Vegas meetup and go see Kelly Clarkson. So in November, we will be going to see Kelly Clarkson at Caesar's Palace. We'll do a meetup. It's absolutely free meetup. So come hang out with us in Caesar's Palace. And then I also decided, because she's there already, why don't we ask her to do an interview on the channel? So we've done a couple of YouTube videos about it. We fielded a change.org petition. So as you can see, we have, looks like here, let me refresh. Maybe it'll go up.
180 signatures. So you can sign our petition
signatures
on change.org. We want Kelly to give us an interview in Vegas. So, we figured it's not going to hurt anything. So Kelly's lost weight, right? She's looking really great. She was interviewed by Whoopi Goldberg, and
she was on her show with Whoopi. Yes.
With Whoopi, yeah. Mm-hmm. And Kelly said, they said, what are you doing? And she said, it's not Ozempic. Everybody thinks it's Ozempic. It's not Ozempic. So we just, we'd like to know.
I like to just talk to her.
Yeah. Kelly, we think
she also
cool.
has Hashimoto's.
So we just would like to talk to her. I think our viewers would love it. I would love it. Christopher would love it.
Yeah.
If she's on the GLP-1, I mean, that would be a great reveal, right? We don't know that she is, but
yeah. So we'll see. Is it a long shot? Absolutely a long shot. Will she do it? Probably not. Either way, I'm going to Vegas to see her perform. Lorraine's going to Vegas. JoJo's not.
JoJo will not be going to Vegas.
JoJo is not going to Vegas.
Sorry, JoJo. No kitties at Caesar's Palace. No kitties. No little kitties.
Yeah.
Maybe big kitties, but no little kitties.
Say hello to Donnell. Hello,
hey, Donnell. West Coast Donnell friend. How are you doing?
And Linda Bookmiller.
Linda Bookmiller. What's happening, Linda?
So if you guys haven't already been to our website, thedownsized.org, I say that because I see Linda. Linda lives actually not too far from us on the other side of Charlotte. We're doing a Charlotte meetup. So we'll do Charlotte, Vegas, Atlanta, Chicago, and Orlando. Not in that order, but go thedownsized.org. It's absolutely free. There's basically one a month. And we'd love to meet everybody. And I know Linda's going to be at the one in Charlotte.
Mm-hmm.
Doris Goody.
Doris. Hey, Doris. Michelle Frank at Leslie Davis and Denise Walker. Thank you all. Denise Walker. Hi, Grace. Losing at Grace and all. Nydia. Hey, Nydia. Are you the same Nydia that moderates my Facebook page? If so, hello. If not, welcome. Can't tell by your picture. Sai Wacken. Hi to my inspirational community. Hello. Test row 45. I'm down 64 pounds currently. Excellente. Excellente. Very good. So average weight loss on these GLP-1 medications is a half a pound to 2 pounds a week. So if you're in that range, congratulations, you're average. Any more than that, that would be considered kind of rapid weight loss, right? So we don't really want to see rapid weight loss, because at that point, maybe, your hair starts falling out and some other not so great things start happening. Shonda says, hello, everyone. Brooklyn Joys, Kitty makes everything wonderful. Yeah, sometimes, unless she is attacking me. It's my cat, Boots' 6th birthday. Oh, I used to have a cat named Boots. Yay, Boots' 6th birthday. I think JoJo, how's JoJo? 3, 4? We got her in, no, she must be 4. We got her in 21. Mark Clem, hi, everyone. Hope you're having a great day. Hey, Mark Clem, been riding that bike. Stella says, hey, good morning, everyone. Jazzy, hello, Jazzy. Hello, Downsized fam. Yesterday I was, Shay Pat says finally hit 35 pounds down, started March 8th. All right.
Good job.
Awesome. I was doing, I didn't get a chance to work out yesterday because things happened in my day. And so I'm sitting in front of the TV and I've got a foam roller. And so I'm like doing my legs, I'm rolling on my back, I'm like stretching. And JoJo decides that she has to be right there with me on the floor doing the things. So I'm kind of like moving her out of the way, and like she's not liking that. And then all of a sudden she attacks my shoulder. Like I have I had to put a Band-Aid on. Plain out. Like, JoJo, stop. She demanded attention. So that's one way to get it, I guess. Slow Carb says, good afternoon, everyone. Slow carb as opposed to fast carb. Michael Clanton, thank you for carrying the torch on info for YouTube for everyone.
Thank you, Michael. Michael's everywhere. I see him all the time.
Losing it, Grace. Yay, Shay. Tess Rowe, my cat's name is Milo. He's obese. Aw. He has a disease. It's not his fault. Unless you're feeding him too much. Shay Pat says, daughter was so intrigued. She started Zepbound 4 weeks ago. She's down 10 pounds. Changing family trees. Absolutely.
There's a bunch of new research that actually says that when one person on the family goes on GLP-1s, everybody in the family will actually lose a little bit of weight. And it's just a function of their eating better, or they're working out, or they're just adapting their lifestyle. Now they don't all lose a lot of weight, but it basically a healthy lifestyle helps.
The family probably adopts some healthy lifestyle habits that might trickle down. The mom might start buying healthier food that she feeds the family, less Doritos and stuff like that. Brooklyn Joy says, I do 45-minute aquatic class 4 times a week. Well, that's awesome. Aquatic classes are great on your joints, or, the problem with aquatic classes, though, is you get wet. Losing it wet. Gray says, Novo Nordisk is no longer a buy at UBS, which says compounding is here to stay. Does this affect compounding in the USA?
There's a couple of things going on there. First of all, I think it's bigger than compounding, although the CEO really wanted you to think it was all about compounding. I think their innovation pipeline has slowed almost to a halt, and they need to get some new drugs out as quickly as possible, because Lilly is going to beat them with retatrutide and orforglipron to market, and basically they've got a higher dose Wegovy and maybe CagriSema 2027 if they're really lucky. So they've got to do that. I don't think compounding is going anywhere, if that's the question. I also think it's a good time to buy Novo stock.
Well, we're not stock analysts or anything like that. I do own 4 shares of Novo stock and 2 shares of Eli Lilly, because you know what? These companies are just going to keep going. They're just going to, more people are just going to come and get on Wegovy, get on Zepbound, and compounding is big, right? In the Novo Nordisk press release, they said that they thought over 1 million people in the United States were getting medication through compounders, and it was taking away from Novo's business. Now, is that accurate? I don't know how they get that information, but my point is,
yeah.
They're going to come out with other medications, right? And I think if the Eli Lilly and Novo Nordisk could have shut down compounding, they would have shut it down by now. Like, it's going to take a while to really shut it down, because if they couldn't, thus all these lawsuits that they keep spilling out, because they're going to shut down the little ones that they can right away. But these bigger telehealths and these bigger compounding pharmacies are just like, screw you, Novo and Lilly, we're going to do what we want.
Basically what we're going to see is the new guy, so Mike Dustar, is going to take the role tomorrow. And his first 90 days are going to tell us what's going to happen. Because if we look at their numbers, and I've got sheets and sheets of their numbers printed out right now, Wegovy growth slowed domestically in the U.S. Significantly.
They have to get the sales.
Their
of
gross
Wegovy
margins
moving.
fell by almost a point and a
That's
half.
A cash cow, right?
Their sales and distribution expenses rose.
Mm-hmm. They've
He's
got to generate more sales.
If Wegovy prices don't come down by the end of the year, I would be shocked. The easiest way for them to slow down compounding is to make the drug cheaper. And if the congressional estimate is correct, then it costs them $5 a dose to make. So $20 a month. Even at $100, they're still 5 times the margin.
They're making
at
$200,
they're
billions.
Right.
So, I appreciate them developing these drugs and bringing these drugs to market, and I am very thankful that GLP-1s have occurred in my lifetime, and that I'm able to take this medication and finally able to lose weight where I never could before. But come on.
But so here's the thing.
Realistically,
I don't know that compounding, or I can tell you, compounding is not the long-term solution for this. At some point, there's going to be enough drugs on the market. The prices are going to level out and come down enough that it's no longer financially feasible for mass compounding to occur. It's not to say there won't be a one-off here or there because somebody's allergic to something, but the Facebook ads and all this stuff cost a lot of money. Customer acquisition costs are really high, and at some point it'll come down and compounding won't be a business that's sustainable at scale.
Well, the reason why we've done compounding is the cost. Our insurance does not cover any weight loss medications. And so for us to go buy Wegovy or Zepbound at CVS, it's over $1,000. Now, they both have manufacturer coupons out there that brings the price of Wegovy down to $650. But that's still ridiculous, right? So compounding was just the only feasible option where we could do this, especially when you have
imagine all the law
people in
fees
your
they
family.
could save.
Right. If you quit doing these lawsuits, drop the price. If they drop the price of Wegovy and Zepbound to $199 a month, that's the same price as compounding. Nobody's going to buy from compounders if you can get the name brand for the same price. So that's Lorraine's perfect world solution. Thank you for listening to my
It would
TED
certainly
Talk.
be a good step. It's Durham says, friendly reminder, tap that like button. Let's see how many people we have. We have 253 of you out there. Hello, everybody. I'm Christopher. This is Laraine. We're the Downsized. There's 87 likes, so there's a lot of you that still haven't hit that like button. And please subscribe. We're working our way towards 25,000 subscribers. It sounds like about 20,000 of them are Lilly and Novo lawyers. So hello to all you attorneys out there.
That's not true. Why they use your videos too? Literally just borrowing. I know, diabolical. I know. Like, do your own research. Or maybe they both have been watching us this whole time and they just both saw it at the same time. Probably not. Well, not again with much unity. Yeah, it's crazy. Novo Nordisk is being smart. Eli Lilly has a, how do you say that? Juggernaut legal team. Why not cheat off their work? I would think they would be better than that, right? They don't need to. They have their own. They're making a gazillion dollars a day. Jess says, good evening, everyone. Good evening. But yeah, they sure did. They sure did quote us. Susan Weber says, Any response from Kelly Clarkson?
Girl, you know, if Kelly had reached out, I would have already told
Well, it has
you.
been one whole day, so.
But I did. So this morning I did send emails to her management team. I don't know who are actually, but I know the company that is her management team, to her record label and to her TV production company. If anybody else knows anybody else, please.
I mean, we tagged her on the TikTok. We tagged her TV show on a TikTok.
Yeah.
I think Durham did that, or maybe James in Australia tagged it. And I was like, ooh, that's a good idea. So I'm tagging her on the TikTok.
Yeah, I mean, and we have, looks like 180 people have sent. I mean, is this going to work? Probably not. Is it fun? Yeah, 181.
I mean, you know, it's just something that you can do. It doesn't cost you anything. It's like hit that like button. Y'all hit that like button. Got only 125 likes. What y'all watching? Hit the like button. And while you're there, if you haven't subscribed, hit the subscribe button, because we put out GLP-1 focused content every single day. There's something new and exciting on the Downsized. Tell them what they've won, Christopher. It's my announcer voice. Look at this studio.
I don't know what's happening.
Filled with fabulous prizes, glamorous and exciting
MVP,
merchandise.
who's a member, says, hello, Laraine and Chris and the Downsized family. Hello,
I always
MVP.
want to be Vanna White with the triangle letters. Amy Miles says hello from Vermont. Hello. Hello. Do you know Bernie Sanders? Gwen says, I signed the petition yesterday. Of course you did, Gwen. Thank you very much. Anthony says, hello, Novo Nordisk legal team. Hello. We want to interview you, Novo. Drop your Wegovy price to $199. Yeah.
Michelle says, hold on, I can put it here.
Put the link. Yeah. Yeah. All right. That's going to take them a couple clicks.
Right now.
So, and there he is. Look at there.
And I can pin the message.
Pin the message to the top.
Yeah, I did. There you go.
All right. All right. Let's.
Kelly Henson says hello, all.
Hey, Kelly. Got any questions? Jill, you know you are important when you get named in a lawsuit. Maybe also a little scary. I hope Kelly Clarkson sees your name. You're running in those important circles now. Well, you know, Jill, thank you for being a member.
Dr. Payne Nestor has a super chat. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Dr. Payne Nestor, for your super chat and for being a member of Club Downsized. Thanks for the updates, she says. Thank you very much.
Dr. Payne Nestor, I thought you were going to reach out and we were going to get you on for an interview.
Yeah.
I've looked at your channel. You've got lots of good stuff to say.
Yeah.
Let me go back here one moment. I did put the link in there.
Saw you at Jamie's TikTok earlier. I'm Ann over there.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So, you know, we went to this Obesity Action Coalition conference in Washington, D.C. a few weeks ago, and we met all these great GLP-1 influencers that are mainly on TikTok. And we're like, well, we're not really on I mean, I have a TikTok account, but I don't really go on TikTok. So we started going over there, and I'll be darned if that Jamie isn't live like
all the time.
All the
maybe
time.
Next week we'll get him on our live.
Yeah. So Jamie Seltzer, no, that's not
Selzler. There's two L's.
Selzler. If you haven't seen the interview that we did with him here on our channel on YouTube, he's lost 350 pounds.
Something like that.
Lost. Okay. He was over 600 pounds. He's still on a weight loss journey. He is very inspirational. He's also on TikTok and he goes live all the time. So you might follow him there as well. But very, very interesting. He's got a 30-day fitness challenge going, which I've been trying to follow, which thus is why I was exercising in front of the TV last night, trying not to miss a day. And so you can join in Jamie's 30 days of August fitness challenge. It's like 30 and 30 or something like that. So, and if you tag him in your posts about it, he will most probably respond to you. So he's super.
Brochet says made it.
Hey, Brochet.
Novo Nordisk Lars was a class act with the handing of the baton, referring to the earnings call. It was really very, because I've worked for some very large American companies, and although they were never
They would never let you stay on a call.
No,
You'd
no.
be
If you were
out
if you
the
were leaving like
door.
the next day, they would have already
Mhm.
packed you up and
Yeah.
you wouldn't be talking
Or they'd
anymore.
just say, we'll
Mm-mm.
send you your stuff like
Yeah,
at the door.
it was yeah, his secretary would have packed it up with a
Mhm.
security guard by her
Yeah.
side. It was
Yeah.
these were all very polite, very, very
I guess
yeah.
it's different in where are they? Denmark. I want to say Norway. I get this too confused. I should do a little research there so I have a better understanding. But yeah, definitely class act there. Dr. Payne sent us another super chat.
Oh, hold on.
She made a typo, so I guess she felt like she had to send us another super chat. Oh, that was hi, you guys. Haha. I guess I need glasses always. Same. Thank you, Dr. Payne,
Thank
for your
you very
super
much.
chat.
Let's see. Let's give her Carlton.
What was that question that you had pulled up?
I don't remember. Let me see where I was. One moment. Oh, here it was. Kathleen L. After losing 20% of my weight, 242 to 192 in 8 months. That's great. I stalled 3 months on and switched to Mounjaro, type 2 diabetic. Can I lose 22% now on Mounjaro over time? So all of the numbers that the research quotes are just sort of averages across the total number of people that were researched. There's no magical stopping place. It doesn't get to a percentage and go, nope, you're done.
Can't lose anymore.
It's going to be unique to you. So is
Well,
that possible? Sure, that's possible.
And
I've lost 38% of my body weight.
Yeah, and I think Mark Clem has lost almost half of his body weight, but he's not a type 2 diabetic.
Yeah.
Christopher's not. So type 2 diabetics, we understand, we're not doctors, but we understand that type 2 diabetics lose slower. So, switching medications might give you that jump start. I would just, you're going to stay on it. You're going to keep doing all the things, right? So, but you stalled after 3 months. So if you stalled after 3 months, I mean, you've had a great weight loss in 8 months, right? So if you're stalled now.
It doesn't say stalled after 3 months. It just says she was stalled for 3 months.
Stalled 3 months.
Mm-hmm.
If you're stalled, take a look at all the things that you're doing, and could you do any of those pieces a little better? Could you change your diet? Could you eat more protein?
Well, I think she was on Ozempic, stalled, and switched to Mounjaro.
Right, and now she wants to know if she can
keep more
losing
weight
with Mounjaro.
You should be able to.
I would say your weight loss will continue.
Not doctors, but
I mean, and also I want to talk about, as you lose more weight, as you lose weight on these medications, you've been on for 8 months. We've been on them for 95 weeks, right? A lot of people now have been on them getting close to a year and a half or more. And I think as you lose weight, you get used to it, right? You get used to taking the shot. You know all the things you're supposed to do. You eat protein, you drink water, you're doing all those things. Now, what could you tune in and do a little bit better? So, at first it's just overwhelming. Just take the shot. That's what Christopher says. If you're just starting, just take the shot. Try to eat some protein, and but those are like the main things. But after you've been doing it for a while, what lifestyle changes can you make? Because this is really a lifelong medication. This is a lifelong change.
Or maybe switching to Mounjaro is just what you needed.
Yeah, that's definitely also the case. I'm just
Small Things Daily. This is our friend Megan, Barb's daughter. Hey, Small Things Daily.
Sorry, I did.
Why did you do that?
I don't know. I was like, yay! It was more like a cheerleading move than a bad
It says
move.
we need a presidential fitness test boycott on behalf of Laraine.
Thank you, Megan. Megan has a YouTube channel called Small Things Daily. Yes, let's boycott that for sure. Dennis says, good evening, downsizers. Good evening, Dennis. How are you doing today?
Thank you for being a member, Dennis.
Life is good. Enjoy, you guys. Listen every day while delivering mail. What's your opinion on best injection site? Well, I pretty much go around my stomach, around the belly button. I try not to do the same spot. I try to go around. I do prefer my left side to my right side. I don't know why. It just seems to go better on my left side. I think I have a little bit more fat pocket there. You want to be injecting into fat. How about you, Christopher? What's your favorite?
I have tried all of the recommended sites. I did not like the arm at all. It had nothing to do with effectiveness. I just thought it hurt. I didn't like it. It hurt. My personal opinion, which is a wildly unpopular opinion in social media, is that they don't make it. Changing it makes absolutely no difference. And I haven't seen any scientific evidence to refute that. There's one little tiny study of 44 people that Lilly did a couple of years ago that there's some small differences, but we're talking about basis point differences. So like 0.001 differences. But that being said, it's absolutely free to try a different place.
Right.
So try it and see how it works.
So the places that they suggest in the instructions are around your belly button, the back of your arm, or the top of your thigh. Some people, my friend Elaine swears that the top of the thigh broke her stall and helped her to continue to lose weight. So maybe changing that up every once in a while is a good idea. They do tell you to rotate your injection sites.
I mean, that recommendation was really based on diabetics who take multiple shots a day, though.
Yeah, you don't want to be hitting that same spot all the time.
Because you can cause scarring. I don't know that once a week it's really going to do that.
Well, you don't want to keep hitting the same spot over and over.
I can tell you when you dive into the recommendations around where the shots happen, there are specifics to your body that could change it. So if you have stretch marks or scarring, you kind of want to avoid those because theoretically they can impact it. You want to inject into some place that has fat. So if there's some place that has a little more on it, it may, basically the fat helps disperse the medication, not doctors. But
yeah, so when I inject on the right side of my stomach, often I inject it and then it kind of like bubbles under my skin and it takes a minute to like absorb. And I think because there's less fat there, I don't really know why, and I don't know if anybody else has ever noticed that, but it seems like if I hit a good pocket of fat, it just goes right in and it doesn't even hurt. Like I don't even really feel it.
But most of my shots have been in the stomach. I just think it's the easiest. It's not that I think one place works better than the other. It's just been the easiest for me. Slow Carb says, hit likes. Yes, thank you. Brooklyn Joyce says she called and they don't change the price at 5 milligram. I think it's not until you go to 7.5 that they start changing the price. Darium says we like the stomach. That is true, Darium.
I didn't even get to read that. They're not. Oh, we're not doctor, pharmacist, or nurse. Thank you, Darium. You may continue. Rose says my Renpho app finally shows all of my health markers as green. Yay!
Let's do this.
So if you don't know what the Renpho app is, so we have a scale. It's made by a company called Renpho, and it comes with an app you can put on your phone, and your weight syncs to the app via Bluetooth. And it also shows you your body fat %, your muscle mass, your body water, your BMI, and all kinds of other metrics you can look at. So we like this scale because it's affordable. It's like $20, $25. We've got one on our Amazon store. You can go to the downsized.org and click Amazon store and see all of our favorite products there. We're Amazon affiliates. We make a small commission off each purchase. Thank you for your support. And but that's amazing. So when they all turn green, have all yours turned green?
No.
No?
My BMI is still yellow.
Your BMI is still yellow?
But I'm very close.
Always.
Probably if I lost 5 more pounds, it would be green, but I don't care.
Mine keeps me a year older than my metabolic age. It has me a year older. It's in the yellow. Everything else is good. And even I have one that's blue. My subcutaneous fat means it's at 17.3, and that's on the low end. So that's blue. Everything else is in the green. So, they're good. Are they, how exactly accurate are they? I don't know, but they're directionally, you can see a change, and they're pretty close. They're pretty accurate. So anyway, congratulations.
And over the course of time, you get so many points of data. And we've been doing this now for 96 weeks, and we weigh every day. So that's a different data. You can see all the trends. You can see the variety of your body.
Yeah, I've been weighing consistently every day for about well over 2 years. So And then before that, it was maybe not every day, but a lot. GLP-1 reset with Anissa. Hi, everyone. Hello. DJ says hi. Hi, everyone. It's Darium. Good evening. GLP-1 reset. And DJ, Sandy, I'm going to bring my iPad to the gym so Laraine can fix it. Yes, ma'am. I couldn't see it on my phone. I need to show her how to join the Club Downsized. So if you're watching me on a computer, you can probably look straight down.
I think she's on her iPad, and it's a $sign on the iPad.
Oh, is there a dollar? No, she says she sells that, but it's super chat. She hasn't seen it either says join or I think it says join. And that's how you join our Club Downsized. So Club Downsized is a way you can support our channel, and you get a little bit extra. You get a extra Club Downsized special live on Tuesdays just for Club Downsized members. I have a special Facebook group just for Club Downsized members, and you get special, little, you've seen them on here, those little downsized icons next to your name. Okay, DJ says, I wasn't on a CPAP, but my apnea snoring is gone. Also, Christopher Durham. If he didn't have sleep apnea, I'd be shocked.
That was never tested, though.
Yeah, we just never, we're busy. We never got around to it. But he snored a lot, and he does not anymore. Empowered Wellness by Teddy D. Good evening, everyone. Good evening, Teddy D. Jerry Ann says, I was gifted a membership. Thank you, Kate.
Ooh.
Awesome. Sydney says, the sleep study company that I tested with said your sleep apnea has to be moderate to severe for potential coverage.
Yep.
I'm waiting for my results now. Fingers crossed, Sydney.
Yeah, that is the case with most
yeah, really bad results.
Isn't it terrible? You
Isn't it
either have
terrible?
to be diabetic or have sleep apnea to get this paid for.
Thank goodness.
That's what Jamie says.
I was a diabetic, a type 2 diabetic. Otherwise, I wouldn't have been covered, and I never could have afforded it. Crazy. Linda, hello. Celebrating week 8 on Zepbound, 2.5, 26 pounds down. Yay! Sounds like you're doing great.
That's moving pretty fast.
Jojo says meow. Okay, Joe. Oh, you're going to bite me? Oh, she's biting me. Joe, ow, no, ow, no. Stop. Thank you. Monique Meyer says, thank you for all your fantastic content. I look forward to meeting you both in Orlando. All right, Monique. Sounds awesome. Ida Marie. Hi, all. Shot day tonight. Heading to dinner to have some pho.
Pho.
Vietnamese soup. I knew how to say it. I just forgot. I order half noodles, an extra protein, and veggies.
There you go.
All
I love pho.
Sounds good.
Lots of good stuff in that broth.
Mm-hmm.
It's all kinds of good stuff.
Small things daily.
I don't know that it was actually in the 60s today, was it?
Yes.
I was curious about that.
It was. Because I wore a jacket to the gym, and it was raining, and it was cold. 95 and humid in Texas. Yeah, Megan, I'm sure we'll be right back there with you next week. I think our normal temperature in August is, I think, in the 90s. Mm-hmm.
71 right now.
70. It was cold today, but yeah, and I'm sure we'll, I don't know. It's a nice change. I don't know how to say that. My first week on Zepbound, I have sleep apnea and look forward to sleeping without a mask. On day 3, I already feel the hunger meister creeping in. What is it? Gyneluchica? You know what? You got to give it some time, right? Your first week, your day 3, just give it some time. Eat some protein, drink some water.
It really takes a good 4 shots for your body to get fully into it. So that 28 days it gets it all the way in.
Yeah.
Brian and Amy Smith says, I finally made it live.
Oh, hello, Brian and Amy Smith. Shonda Wynn? Why is my new compounded Tirzepatide pink? And they say to keep it in the freezer.
Well, I'm not sure who you're getting your compounded Tirzepatide from.
Never heard that.
It's pink because one of the vitamins is an additive. Is an additive for the freezer thing. I would make sure you read the instructions.
I thought you were not supposed to freeze it.
There's a lot of different pharmacies out there. Read the instructions from the pharmacy, please. That's not a. Is it coming as liquid in vials? I don't know, but I would make sure you read the instructions for that.
I don't know about that. Starium. It's okay and perfectly normal. Your body needs time to build the medication in your system. Exactly, Darren. Keep taking your shot or short. We know what you meant, Darren. Thank you. Jody says, has anyone developed ear pain after significant weight loss? Christopher Durham.
Well, I haven't had ear pain, but I have.
Well, tell them.
So the thing about it, and I think Dennis is out there too, when you're big, when your head is fat, basically my head is fat. I'll speak to my specific head. I lost a full inch in the diameter around my head. So I could show you hats that now drop down. The problem is there's fat pushing on your eustachian tubes on your ears, and it changes the way you hear. So as you lose,
not pushing on there anymore.
Right. Can I finish?
Oh, okay, go ahead. I was hoping.
So as you lose weight, that pressure goes away and your eustachian tubes aren't aligned the same way. I'm not a doctor. Such that for me, my hearing will actually kind of go in and out like I'm in a tunnel because my body is still adjusting to it. It's doing it less and less now.
There's a name for it.
There is a name for it. I don't remember the name for it. But have your hearing looked at for sure if it's hurting you. It shouldn't be doing that, and it could just be something like that it's out of alignment. But definitely weight loss.
Did you have pain or you just couldn't hear?
No, I mean this ear's I can't hear a little bit in this ear right now.
But did you have pain?
No, I never had pain.
Never had pain. So maybe hers is something else.
Yeah, that's why going to the doctor's a good thing.
Sophia Johnson, I hit 101 down today. All right. And now 25 pounds from goal weight. Never in my wildest dreams I thought I'd get here. Isn't it an amazing feeling? I am so grateful for my improved health and feeling better in my skin. That is awesome, Sophia Johnson. I'm happy for you. That's awesome. Yeah, I never thought I'd get to my goal weight. It was just some pie in the sky number. I'd just assume you tell me you're flying me to the moon as I hit my goal weight. So it's nice to know that these medications are safe and effective and they help us. Shelly Meadow Breeze. I'm in the pool doing my daily swim of 2 hours. That's a long session there, Shelly. It was steaming earlier today when I was working, but it's all good now. So I'm able to swim. Crickets are doing their thing. It's just really nice out. That's nice. Sounds lovely.
How do they reward you if you win for favorite couple? Do you get to make a Bobo doll? I don't know what a Bobo doll video is.
You win $20,000 and you get a photo shoot with Variety magazine.
Yeah, that'll be in Variety magazine.
So, yeah, $20,000. We'll throw a big party and invite all our viewers to come or something. We'll, figure out something fun to do with it. Rita says, have you guys gotten headaches after taking the shot? I'm wondering if I should take Advil preemptively before the headache starts. Usually take the shot at night and wake up with a headache. I have not.
Yeah, I haven't had that. So
I would ask your doctor.
Yeah, and I would also make sure you're good and hydrated because typically if I get a head like that, it means I need to drink water, honestly.
Yeah, and I love electrolytes. Christopher's not a fan of.
I don't drink salty Kool-Aid.
But I mean, if I'm feeling a little off or a little headachy or a little like whatever, not quite right, I'll put some electrolytes in my water, and that it helps. But definitely ask your doctor. I don't know that you need to take it preemptively. I don't. That's not a question that we can answer out.
Yeah, and I'll tell you, particularly with Advil, be careful because Advil can cause stomach problems if you're not careful.
Mm-hmm.
I had a bleeding ulcer from Advil many years ago, so I'm always very cautious of that these days. I love the pic you have of Kelly in the petition. That's a live pic from actually one of the shows that's in there.
Vicky says, have you heard about the 1 million pound weight loss challenge? It sounds interesting. And it started by an attorney who lost a lot of weight. I have not heard of that. We'll have to Google that 1 million pound weight loss challenge. I can't lose any weight now. Can I or go back and put it? Yeah, you know what I mean. Nancy Miller says, tried Semaglutide back in February. I felt like it not only made me flat to food, but flat to a lot of things. Between that and the constipation, I stopped after a month. Then I started again. A lot of people report this, right? New mindset, splitting my dose and doing well, losing 0.5 pound to a pound per week. Well, that's good. it turns off that food noise, that message your brain is sending you to eat all the time. You need to go out and search food all the time. And it also dulls the effect food gets on your
It's the
brain.
dopamine.
It's a Dr. Nadolsky had is it allodonia?
No, that's skin sensitivity.
That's the skin sensitivity. There's a name for it because your food doesn't give you that serotonin boost or that rush that you used to get from it. It's more of a, this is just food and I'm just eating it, and it's.
But if splitting your
fine.
dose is working, that's great. I mean, it's
Yeah,
everybody's got to figure out what works for them on that.
yeah, but that has been a reported thing with the GLP-1s. Sugary foods don't give you a rush like they used to. They just kind of. They're still sugary. Maybe they
And I'll
just
say with
don't
me,
even taste
sugary
as good.
foods,
Yeah.
I'm more sensitive to sugar now.
Yeah.
So things taste overly sweet to me.
sweet.
So
Mhm.
things that I have eaten all my life, I can take one bite of and be like,
Yeah, because with your coffee, you used to use coffee creamer and sugar or sugar substitute, and now you don't need the sugar substitute.
Brooklyn Joys.
I'm at 22 weeks, 40 down, maybe 13 more to go, and then maintenance. All right. Very nice. Brooklyn Joys.
That's what it says.
You're right in that average weight loss range. I'm kind of on the higher end almost. So that's good. My average weight loss was 1.58 pounds per week when I was losed. I'm 450, scared to stop. Got vials a week ago. So you're just starting? Scared to stop?
Oh yeah, scared to start thing.
Scared to start. Okay. Well.
So here's the thing. There's a couple of there's several interviews that we have that you should go watch. So if you go back to the Downsized Dish on the website or on the YouTube channel, you can see there's playlists in there and you can search. So there's a man named Jamie Seltzer who lost 350 pounds, was well above 600 pounds. There's another guy named Mike on a Mission. Those are two in a row. There's a lady named Barb Herrera. If you look at those, there's a lot of people over the course of time that have done very, very well with this. And there's people out there in our community right now that were terrified. Yeah. I know Michael Dietz is probably out there, Michael. And Michael and I emailed for, I know, a couple of months.
Yeah.
And it was sitting in his refrigerator, and now really he's scared. Doing really well on 100 plus pounds. Maybe in 200 down.
I mean, it can be nerve-wracking to give yourself a shot if you've never done it before. I made a video about taking a shot. I think, did you make a video about taking a shot? There's lots of, you can watch people do it if you have the pen, or if you have the insulin and vial, insulin needle and the vial. It's really not that. Christopher had to give me like my first 5 or 6 shots because I could not do it. And then I kind of said, okay, I need to be able to do this, right? So I now, 95 shots later, when it works and you see the results, you're like, oh, this is nothing. I can lose a pound, 2 pounds a week. I'm going to do this forever.
Here's the thing. You're at 450 pounds. I was 100 pounds up. So you got a lot more weight than I did. Okay. But let me finish. You like to interrupt. Let me finish.
All right.
There's a lot of people out there in the community who are in that similar place to you that have done very well with it. Reach out, talk to all these people. But what do you got to lose? You'll be okay. Worst thing that happens, you get constipated. Worst thing that happens is it doesn't work and you stop. Doesn't matter. Right? But I'll tell you, it works. Take the shot. It's not that hard.
You can do it.
Yeah, you can do it. Absolutely. Angie Davidson says, I would like to see the use of research-grade peptides being addressed more in legitimate sites such as yours. I'm not hearing any news stories that people who are, that people are dying. So we've addressed these a number of times and we'll continue to address them. So I think in this past week's news, we talked about one of the federal reports saying, don't do it. Our general policy on research-grade peptides is research-grade peptides are labeled not for human use.
Not for human consumption.
Not for human consumption. They are illegal prescription drugs that are given out without. These drugs should be managed by a real doctor. We do not endorse gray market. We don't endorse you mixing, and people will comment and tell me I'm terrible, and probably 50 people are like swarming in Durham's blocking them right now. But we just don't. So if that's what you want to do, you're a grown up, you go do your own thing. I'm not going to encourage people to do that.
I mean,
Just not going
those
to.
people are all over TikTok. If you want to go find that out somewhere else, please, by all means, find it out somewhere else. I can't endorse something that could potentially harm someone. We're just not going to. That's not what we're about. So,
and honestly, it's the quickest way to get booted off social media, because you're literally talking about illegal drugs, and Facebook, Meta, TikTok, all of them will.
You're injecting this into your body, and it says not for human consumption. No, thank you.
Darium says they won't talk about that.
We don't talk about Bruno. No. It's like that.
Ipsy Dixit says, loose ID, the only regret I have is that I didn't start. That's my only regret,
all
honestly.
The time, right?
Loose ID says, concerned about the shot itself, finding the bravery to inject, and of course, side effects. Thanks. So the shot itself, find somebody to help you. I gave Laraine her first few shots. The side effects, the first thing I would do is stop reading Facebook and Reddit. Because if you watch Facebook and Reddit, you will believe that everybody is out there about to explode from constipation. And it's not true. Most people, in fact, if you look at the research, on average, only 20 to 30% of the individuals in the research had any given side effect. And it was not so extreme that they stopped the medication.
No.
So
1 to 2 pounds a week, I'll take a little constipation.
So all of the side effects can be managed with your doctor, which is why it's a prescription drug. Mm-hmm. And they can take care of you, or with over-the-counter remedies that you can get from your local Walmart, your Walgreens, Amazon. Whatever your store of choice is. Yeah. And you just have to stay on it. The side effects, there's nothing so bad out there for the vast majority of people. Now watch them, talk to your doctor, take care of yourself. Right. But the side effects, not to be mean, the side effects of being morbidly obese, which is what the doctor wrote on my chart as well,
are worse.
Are guaranteed.
Yeah. I'm not trying to sell you anything. We do have an Amazon store with products I have used that have helped me on this journey. There's a constipation remedy I like called Mago7. I found out about it from another GLP-1 influencer's channel. If you're really worried about it, you might want to have a couple things on hand. Like something for an upset stomach, or a constipation remedy, or make sure you take your shot.
But don't spend a whole bunch of money on remedies you may not need.
No, in all of these, you can go to CVS and you can get constipation. I mean, Miralax was what my doctor had originally suggested to me, and you may not even have these side effects, right? It may not even bother you in the least. Most people have no side effects. So don't let that stop you. If your doctor has prescribed it and you have it, I'd say start as soon as you can.
Yeah, absolutely. Loose ID says, thanks, guys. Donna W says, hello from Chincoteague Island and the ponies up there. Mary Renfo says, have you heard that Novo is coming out with a Wegovy pill once a day in 2026? Do you prefer a shot or a pill? Well, so we've talked about that a couple of times in the news. It's coming maybe 2026. Actually, in the call, they didn't actually put a date on it.
Is that the Wegovy pill with the higher dose?
We don't know that it'll actually be called Wegovy, though. So there's a couple of things happening with semaglutide. First of all, there's already a semaglutide pill that's called Rybelsus. It's written usually for diabetes, and it's lower doses, so it doesn't have an obesity indication. So the thought is when they will release a Wegovy with an obesity indication on it at some higher doses, hopefully by the end of 2026. Honestly, it's been approved. They could have done it already if they wanted to. I would hope this new CEO will do it a lot sooner. I think he could. as far as whether we like pills or needles, we don't care. Honestly, it doesn't make one bit. I know a lot of people are like, I love a needle once a week. I'm like, I don't care. Give me a
If I
give
could
me a
take
medication
pill,
that works.
I'd rather take a pill.
And the real question is, does it work,
take
and
the
what's the
shot.
price?
Yeah.
So
it all comes down to price for me.
So I'm excited about orforglipron coming next year more than Wegovy. I mean, we know what Wegovy does, but orforglipron, theoretically, the side effects are a little less. It's from Eli Lilly. So, orforglipron all of a sudden comes out and they go, it's $199, or even better, it's $99 a month.
I mean, we don't know what the price is.
We have no idea, but
we hope.
But if the real question for all these medications moving forward is how effective is it, and what does it cost, and what is the administration method? Because a lot of people still won't take a shot. Plenty of people in the U.S. There's less than 12% of the U.S. that could take these medications that are actually taking them today. So there's a value equation there of what's the price. People are like, well, Tirzepatide works so much better. Retatrutide works so much better. Well, yeah, but how much better does it work if it's $200 cheaper?
Yeah.
And there's a lot of people that haven't even started yet. So if your doctor says, I can get you this medication on your insurance for $25 a month,
sure.
Does it matter if it's a needle or a pill or what it's called? Probably not. They're going to take it.
Yeah. But just imagine how many more people would take a once daily pill, that can lose weight and keep it off forever. Where do I sign, right? As long as it's not $1,000 a month or some crazy price like that. But yeah, so Wegovy will have a pill eventually. Not Wegovy. Novo Nordisk will have a pill like this eventually. Eli Lilly is coming out with a pill like this in the next year or so. So these companies aren't going away. They are powerhouse GLP-1 OGs, right? So they're just gonna.
And there's more coming.
All sorts of.
Lucide D says they're going to grab their medicine and take it right now.
Woo, 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 woo.
There you go.
Yay. Okay. All right. Well, and you can let us know if you have any questions, you can ask us in real time.
Sure.
Yeah. So read all the directions, read the doses and instructions. I don't want to keep you from reading all that, but make sure you've got the right dosage. And I don't know if you've got the
just read the instructions
or the other. So read all your instructions. Okay. Valerie says, what up, Downsized peeps? Went to new sleep doctor yesterday because I have sleep apnea. He got excited when I told him that I'm on Zepbound. Woo! He shared that he's going to start prescribing Zepbound. That's awesome.
So lots of people out there supporting Lucide D. Small things daily. Megan says, go girl. She's afraid to. Taryn says, you can do it. Aww. Martha.
My hubby and I both started. Martha says the end of April. He is down 64 pounds and I'm down 33. All right. Good job, Martha.
You know what? Let's do this.
Oh. Kelly Clarkson. It's the wrong one. What are we doing?
I want to do, hold on. Let me change it.
What you doing? Since you've been gone. That's Christopher Durham.
That is me.
Before picture.
Let me turn off some of the
he had to get smaller glasses because his glasses were just comically huge on his head.
It's true.
And they look kind of small in that picture, those glasses.
They do.
Mm-hmm. Why are we looking? Oh, there we are. There I am. There's me running a half marathon. And that was actually the Ramblin' Rose triathlon. There's Christopher. There we are in Portugal. Is there a point to these pictures?
Just showing before. Just
this was during COVID.
I was probably 300 there. I hadn't weighed in a long time there. We were.
I was over 200 there.
Yeah, for sure. It was something else.
Oh, this one always stops me in the tracks. So we do these conferences for our business, and these are side by side, a year apart. Same conference. We use the same backdrop, obviously you can see. But look, and that's a jacket. And the black and red is a jacket. And you just look so uncomfortable in that red shirt picture.
True enough.
And again, pictures are great, right? I've been taking before pictures of myself in the mirror for years. Ever since I had an iPhone with a camera on it, right? I've been taking these pictures, and now I can finally use them as before pictures because now I have an after picture. I actually got rid of this top because it became like a dress. But yeah, it was, it's just amazing. I was thinking about that in the gym today as I'm doing my workout class, thinking, I used to look in these gym mirrors and just be so upset with the way I looked, and just thinking, oh, I'm working out all the time and I can never get to where I want to get. And now with the help of these medications, I'm like, I finally got there. Hallelujah. What does Kelly say? What doesn't kill you makes you stronger.
You knew that was coming, didn't you?
Little dollar. Every time I hear that the drugs take like $5 to make, I throw up in my mouth a little bit. Diabolical prices. I like your use of the word diabolical, Anthony, and I appreciate that.
Well, so I mean, the thing about the $5, and it's certainly a sensational number, but
yeah.
So if that's the cost to manufacture and distribute, okay, that's fine. They've spent a ton on innovation and all that. So, okay, let's give them another $5, right? Just for innovation, all the work they did, the testing, all the stuff. So then it's $10. It still leaves plenty of room for all the other stuff. Plenty of room for margin. So they're making a ton of money.
What is that? The statistic? 74% of Americans have overweight or obesity, and so 10% of America are taking these drugs currently.
Something like that.
So, the math, if you want to capture a bigger market share, you want to capture more of America on these medications, drop the prices. You're going to have them in a hot minute. Happy Wednesday in the kitchen with Karen. Happy Wednesday, Karen. In the kitchen with Karen. SNH Laraine. Hi guys, Stephen from Florida. Down 25 in 12 weeks. Doctor can't believe it. Well, he better believe it. That's awesome. Got a lot of Floridians. Give Kitty a kiss from me. She got bored and hopped down. Now she's chewing on one of our lights over here.
Oh, Timothy Wilson says, question, I'm afraid of food. Should we eat the foods we like, but in smaller portions, or should I be very restrictive? I cut out all the foods that are bad, like chips, fried foods, etc. So there's a lot in that question. So let me, please.
All right.
This is not a diet. This is the medical treatment of the disease of obesity. And the distinction is important. Because with old school diets, there's all these tips and tricks, and there's bad food and there's good food, and there's guilt and there's all these things. But that's not what we're doing here. We're treating a disease, and it's the disease of obesity. And what do we say about the disease of obesity, Laraine?
Obesity is a disease, and it's not your fault.
It's not your fault, right? So as you look at food, I understand you're scared of it. There's plenty of people that are, and there's, the last 100 years of our culture has caused that to happen to a lot of people. Taking these medications allows your brain to take that rest. It gives you the agency and the power to
make better choices,
to reset and think about it. So don't think of good foods and bad foods. There's really no such thing as a good food or a bad food. Your volume should be a lot less for sure. So yeah, so can you still eat the things you like? Absolutely, you can still eat the things you like. However, the hope is that long-term we build better eating habits, or healthier, more nutritious eating habits. I'm not a dietitian, I'm not a doctor, I'm not a nutritionist, but our goal, and we're not perfect at it by any stretch of the imagination, is to center around real food. So real meats, real beans, real vegetables, real produce, real fruit, and start with protein, then add vegetables and fruit. And you only get so many bites. So if you got your protein in first, that's good. That's going to help you. It's going to keep those muscles going okay, right? It's going to give you everything you need. And then add in carbs or starches or fats. There's nothing wrong with any of those things. They fuel you and they keep you going. Now, if you were actually going to McDonald's every day and eating 3 Big Macs, yeah, you probably shouldn't be doing that.
Well, you're probably not going to feel very good.
But probably you're not. Probably this medicine, one of our friends that has another YouTube channel called Anchor Moments likes to say that you'll get spanked by Mounjaro. Some of that food, if you eat it, it's going to get you, and it'll upset your stomach.
Save me, Durham.
So it's just about learning better,
Yeah.
more sustainable habits and eating fresh, real food. It'll taste better. It'll look better. The whole 9 yards.
Some foods that you used to like, you're going to eat on this medication and you're not going to feel good. Like greasy, fatty foods, it's just not going to feel good in your body, right? So you eat those foods, you don't feel good, you'll tend to go away from those foods. I don't want to cut out anything forever. That's why I could never do keto, because I like bread. I don't want to cut out bread, donuts for the rest of my life. I love donuts, right? I just don't have them every day or even every week or every month, right? So, kind of, I like to follow kind of the 80-20 rule. Dr. Spencer Nadolsky says this a lot on his social media. Follow the 80-20 rule. If 80% of the time you can eat, make good choices and eat, clean proteins and vegetables and things that are good for your body, 80% of the time, well, yeah, you have a little bit of room for those foods that, are maybe not as nutritious, but are a little bit more fun. So, like the chips or, things like that. So I would encourage you to make better choices. You don't have to be very, very restrictive. You don't have to cut out all processed junk food, but you do want to cut back on it, because that's kind of where we're headed, right? That's kind of the journey that we're on. You don't have to do it all in one day or 1 week or 1 month.
I mean, that's the thing, is start where you are, take your shot.
It's baby steps.
And as you get more success, right, and as you see the weight come off and you're feeling a little bit better, it's easier to make better choices. I promise you it is.
Yeah, it's so much easier now that I don't have the food noise in my head saying eat, eat, eat all the time. Because I would be like engrossed at something at my desk at work, and the food noise would go off that says, you got to go to the pantry right now and find something to eat. I just don't have that anymore. So it's easier to move away from that. Dr. Payne made a comment there.
Oh, let's see here. Dr. Payne.
Thank you for your super chat, Dr. Payne. Fried chicken with deep fried okra had me calling Jesus. I think she probably meant it put the hurt on her. Yeah. Help me, Jesus, kind of in that kind of way.
And I'm sure it was delicious.
Yeah, fried foods just really don't sit well with a lot of people on these medications. So just be wary of that. Just know that you might get an upset stomach, or you might not.
But honestly,
feel
I would start particularly with things like that. Eat small portions, like really small portions, because you go in and you power through that fried chicken and okra, and I love both of those things. It might really, you might learn the hard way that you don't need to do that.
Well,
and I always have diarrhea. I don't throw up, so
yeah,
it just comes out the other end.
We have the opposite problems. It'll just stick in my system. His, it just barrels right through. Thank you so much. I opened the box and I have a vial here for the first. I'm going to let it warm up a bit. Okay, I really appreciate the support. I've been putting it off every day for over a week. Oh, bless you. Okay. You know what? You can do it. Yeah, it's
those needles are really thin. You don't even hardly feel them, honestly.
I had never given myself a shot. I didn't like shots. I would avoid shots. I avoided giving blood. Like I don't like any of that. And I mean, I still don't, but it's worth it, and you can do it. And we believe in you. Being afraid of food is common at Timothy Wilson. It may be a great idea to speak with a dietitian. That's a great idea.
That is a great idea.
A lot of insurance plans cover visits. Yeah. That is a dietitian is great. Speaking of dietitians, we met a dietitian at this conference. Her name is Summer. Summer the Dietitian is her social media name, and she wrote a book called Living Your Best Semaglutide Life. And I just bought it. It's on our YouTube. It's on our Amazon store, and I've started reading it, and it's really great. So it's not, I thought it was going to be like a bunch of like recipes and telling me what to eat because she's a dietitian, but it's more like the whole, everything around how to be on a GLP-1, not necessarily just semaglutide, but, pretty much any GLP-1. So books like that are helpful. I also like Dr. Soa's book, The Ozempic Revolution. also great starting places. I've met with the dietitian at Mochi. If you are on Mochi Health's platform, your membership fee covers unlimited doctor and dietitian visits. So you might check that out. Vicki Hackett says, hello, Downsized family. I lost over 100 pounds since March 29th. Congratulations. Or May 20th. She lost over 100 pounds, period, the end. That's awesome. I like your kitty. Little black and white kitty. Jojo's back on the table. Thank you. How long should it warm up? 5 minutes.
I don't ever let it warm up. I just take the shot.
Yeah, I don't really ever let it
But lots of people
warm
say
up.
that.
Some people do that, especially if you have like a pen. A lot of people let the pen warm up, but with the vial, I don't really like it to be out of the refrigerator too long. So that's just me. And once you draw it into the syringe, you need to inject it within a minute. Like you need to do it right then. Don't let it sit in there. Yeah.
Just do it.
Yeah. Just do it. You can do it.
Take the shot.
You can do it.
Megan Reeves.
Hi from Vegas. Formally hit 60 pounds down today. I'm trying to slow loss down. I'm 15 pounds from goal. I cut back to 7 milligrams, 7.53 weeks ago. All right. Sounds good.
So you're doing the opposite. I accelerated towards the goal.
Well, this is a marathon, not a sprint, right? So maybe she's losing a little too fast and she wants to,
no, you do you.
Not have the side effects of losing fast. Crazy Cat Lady, Vanessa, hello. Made it to the live late, but I made it. Tell Jojo hello. Here's Jojo. Say hello, Jojo. Say hello, Jojo.
Jojo doesn't like it when you do that.
No. Sit down, Jojo. Okay. Jojo's here. She's monitoring. She's the hall monitor. Becky Clark, hello to all just joining in. Hey, Becky. Thanks for being a member of Club Downsized.
Mr. L says you weren't named in the lawsuit. Named means you were included. No, we were not included as a party. No, we're just included in the
reference, as a source of information. Sorry, we were mentioned or quoted. I'm sorry. I need to have the correct terminology. They used our name, but we were not named. They quoted the Downsized. So yes, they quoted our videos. Timothy Wilson says, I'm 8 weeks in, 7.5 milligrams. I was losing 2 to 4 pounds weekly and consistent. Last week, I actually gained a pound. No big deal. I've been averaging 300 to 800 calories a day. That is not enough.
Yeah, you can't
no,
live off
about
that.
It.
Please talk to your doctor and run all your data through your TD. Your body will stop. Your body will start protecting itself.
Yeah.
Please talk to your doctor, a dietitian, a nutritionist, whatever. You can't survive. You still have to give your body the nutrition it needs to survive, the fuel. If you don't, it will say, I'm dying. No, I'm not losing anymore.
Your body's very good at keeping you alive. No one needs under 1,000 calories a day. I'm not a dietitian. I'm not a doctor, but anything under 1,000 calories a day is not enough food to sustain life long term. You can do it, a couple weeks, month maybe, but long term you don't need to. So you went up a pound, your body's saying.
The deal about losing like that is it's not a sustainable lifestyle. So at some point you're going to put something in your mouth and your body's going to go and keep it. And then you're going to gain weight back because even with this medication, if you're eating 300 calories a day, your body needs food.
Well, and it's really easy at first, right? Those first couple weeks, those first 4 weeks or so, you're like, I don't feel like eating anything. I can only eat 5 bites and I felt full. And maybe I never felt full in my whole life. And now I do. And that's really, to have that agency over food, never having felt like that before, is a powerful feeling, right? But you have to know, eventually you're going to have to eat more calories because that's just your body's going to stop.
Can't survive.
Your body's going to stop releasing weight if you don't increase your calories. It sounds counterintuitive, but it's true. Lori Tarsa says, I keep telling all my friends to watch your channel. Well, thanks, Lori. I hope to one day be able to do a meetup with lots of GLP users. All right.
Well, yeah. So go sign up for one of the ones we already have.
Well, maybe she lives in Montana or something.
Well, maybe she does. Who knows?
I don't know.
Dr. Payne says she loves Carlton.
Terry, hey from North Dakota. I am in week 34 and hit 199. Woohoo! Wonderland! Yay! 76 pounds down. She lives in that's not Bismarck. It's
I don't know.
It's the store where Gordman's had a store there. I used to work for a
Who are
company
you
called
asking?
Gordman's. I'm trying to remember. I'm trying to pull it
I don't
up.
know. Brian and Amy
anyway.
Smith says, my friends were competing against you in American's favorite couple. I'm sure they're delightful. They just fizzled out at
Oh.
number 7, though. So now I'm going to move on to voting for you
okay.
guys.
That's so funny.
So what I'm thinking, I'm making this up. She loves it when I make things up. Is if we win and we get that $20,000, we will run a contest to do another meetup city and go to whatever the city is that wins.
The city of the person that wins the contest?
Yeah, we'll run a contest, and so people can vote. People can submit, come to North Dakota, come to New York, come to wherever. We'll let you guys vote, and whichever one wins, we'll go to that city and do a meetup.
Maybe we can give choices.
Well, yeah, that's what we would do for sure. Yeah.
Okay, so like New York City, Dallas,
LA, Seattle. I don't know.
maybe. Yeah,
I don't know.
That'd be fun. We can throw a big party. We just got another super chat from Sandy Murphy. Thank you, Sandy Murphy, for your super chat of $9.99. She didn't make any comment, so I guess she just thinks we're super. Thank you, Sandy.
Thank you, Sandy.
We appreciate you. We love those super chats. So yeah, that's funny. She knew somebody that was also in the America's Favorite Couple. Are you enjoying the live? Show your support by hitting like and subscribe. It tells YouTube to share this stream with more people.
You're the best, Darian. Thank
Darian,
you.
thank
So
you,
there's
Darian.
297 of you out there right now. I have a dashboard right here. And 202 likes. On average, you've watched 20 minutes and 25 seconds, 32 seconds. Let's see here. Nora Watson says, I watch Megan. Yeah, Megan is fabulous on her channel.
Megan came on the cruise with us. We know Megan. Ada Gonzalez says that Kathleen, for me as a type 2, starting weight 197, lost 50 pounds over 7 months, prioritizing protein and low carb. If I go on vacation, Mounjaro really helped me to continue losing.
Yeah.
Weight 147. Awesome. We get that question a lot. We're coming out of the summer months now, but people say, oh, should I skip my shot if I go on vacation? Christopher, should they skip their shot if they go on vacation? No, you should not skip your shot if you go on vacation.
And if you watch the live we did from the cruise ship, so we actually had a studio audience. So there was 50 of our friends, all of you guys out there that were sitting in the audience when we filmed the live there. And that was one of the questions that came up. And I'm pretty sure I said, quiz the audience, and they all said no, take your shot.
Yeah, it just it's not worth it to get off track like that, because then your hunger might come back a little bit. It might take you a couple shots after that to get back up to the level of medication in your system that you had previously, and it's just not good for your progress. And we've just decided now this is our lifestyle. We take our shot as scheduled, and we don't go on and off, because this isn't a diet. This is a medical treatment for the disease of obesity. Obesity is a disease, and it's not your fault.
Let's talk about this.
No thanks. Oh, the cruise. Yes. So we really like cruising, and we've discovered that some of y'all also really like cruising, or maybe you're cruise curious and want to check it out. So we're organizing our second annual Downsized at Sea cruise, June 4th through 8th. It's going to be on the Royal Caribbean ship Freedom of the Seas. It's going to go to the Bahamas, Nassau and Coco Cay, their private island. It's going to be a super fun time. You can check it out on our website at thedownsized.org. Click the cruise tab.
And we do all kinds of activities on the ship. So there'll be each day different downsized activities. We'll do some interviews, maybe a panel or two. We'll broadcast live. We'll eat dinner together, but then you still have plenty of time to do what you want to do. But it's I think a couple of people said it was kind of like camp at sea because we got to do a lot of fun stuff together and go on excursions and stuff. So we would love to have you guys join us. Go to thedownsized.org and you can learn more. Ipsy Dixit must be on Jamie's live. I think Jamie's probably still live.
Oh,
yeah. I'll reach out to Jamie.
We can probably get him in here right now.
Probably we could.
Yeah, no, he's great. He's great. He's got a lot of
DJ says I usually get my jabs in my arms.
Oh.
And Megan says down 125.
Never once injected in my stomach. Really, Megan? I have done arm and thigh. Actually, just realized almost 2 years in that the back of the thigh isn't recommended.
So you were doing it in the wrong place.
How do you get around there? Well, you know, that would be a good place for some fat, right? Yeah. Well, it's working. It's working for you, Megan. So Stephanie A says, I started January 18th, 2025 on Zepbound. Today I lost 40 pounds. I lost my first 50 on carnivore. Then I couldn't lose anymore. I hear people talking about carnivore. Strangely enough, that's one diet. I never went full carnivore where I guess you just eat meat. You know, if it stopped working, I would suggest adding some other foods in your diet.
That's why she's doing Zepbound. She's not looking for suggestions. She's just being successful.
Today I lost 40. Yeah. Oh, I get it. You're not doing Zepbound and carnivore. She did carnivore first and then stopped
it doesn't actually say that
Zepbound.
Either.
Well,
just says she's successful.
Well, you know what? Some people want to do special diets along with the medication. I don't think you have to do any special diet. I think you just need to eat smaller portions and focus on whole foods. Lose It said, I barely can see down my stomach and I'm covered in stretch marks. Well, it'd be extra bad if I hit one.
It'll be fine. Just take the shot.
Avoid them if you can, but if you can't, just, it'll get in there. MVP says, thanks, Darium. I'm happy and grateful for the medication, which has helped me work towards getting my body back to normal. The information from the Downsized and others has also been invaluable. Oh, that's good. DJ said, I had a rough week last week, got dehydrated in the heat. Yeah, oops. Getting my electrolytes back in balance slowly, back in the gym, but doing short, light workouts.
Do what you can do.
You got to take care of yourself. It's been so darn hot, right? Make sure take your water with you everywhere you go. Drink your water right now. Joanne Roundtree says, this is how a snacker girl decides it's time to go up in dose. She goes to the pantry and searches for something to snack on mindlessly. My indication that the food noise is rearing its ugly head. Yeah, I mean, that happens to me every once in a while. Or I'll go to the pantry, maybe it's like the day before shot day, and I'm looking and I just there's nothing in there anymore. I've got some protein bars. I think I found some peanuts today. I wanted some nuts, so I had some of those about 4:30. But yeah.
Loose ID says, feeling for a spot that feels best with what's with stretch marks. Does it make side effects worse? There's nothing that's going to change whether you have side effects or not. There's just not. It doesn't have any impact on that. It might affect absorption a tiny bit.
It'll all absorb eventually.
But it just will take a little bit longer. It'll be okay.
Sometimes I said if I do it in a spot with maybe less fat, it kind of bubbles under the skin for a minute, but then it absorbs. It might do something like that. You can do it. Kelly Henson says, started in March, lost 21 pounds by June. Now I'm stalled. Looking at all the things, but at 192 and 5'10". Girl, you're tall. Maybe close to the end. Maybe. How old are you? Trying to relax, but feel a bit frantic around it all. Currently on Ozempic. You know what? You've got all the time in the world.
That's right. And where are you in your dosing? I mean, talk to your doctor because you may need to go up on your titration. You may need to adjust your calories. I mean, there's a lot of things you can adjust. And I would assume you're not at the top dose. I mean, you haven't been on it that long.
Well, and at 5'10", I would think you're to get out of an overweight range, you'd probably need to be like 150 to 170 probably. So you might be within your last 20 pounds.
That takes longer. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, she's lost 21 pounds. I don't know. Trying to feeling a bit frantic. You know what? Just try to dial in your nutrition. Try to dial in your water. Are you exercising? Are you going to the bathroom? March to now. March to, I don't know. I don't know. Maybe it's your dose. Call your doctor. See what they think.
Yep. And if all else fails, you can switch to Tirzepatide.
Maybe you need to switch to Zepbound.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
They're
or Mounjaro.
Yeah. Let's see
Are you
here.
type 2 diabetic? Maybe you're type 2 diabetic and you're just losing slower.
Yeah, that may be as well.
Ozempic is usually for type 2
But yeah,
diabetics.
talk to your doctor.
Hey, Freddie man. Freddie man. Gina Wilson says down 90 pounds, 60 more to go. Good job, Gina. You're over halfway there. Hello. Oh, hey, Carrie. I get headaches too. My doctor said to do some liver support like milk thistle.
I don't know anything about that, girl.
I've never heard that before. But that's something.
Dr. Payne says headaches are a thing. No to Advil in advance.
No.
Sydney says, I'm with Christopher. I don't drink salty Kool-Aid either.
All right, Sydney. I do think it helps me. Brian and Amy Smith. Laraine, can you please share how you make your coffee? I tried a couple different protein things and none of them taste good.
That's because they're not.
You're always excited about your drinks, but I haven't seen how to make. Okay. I get Premier Protein ready-to-drink shakes. You can get them at Walmart. You can get them at CVS. Premier Protein. I get the chocolate one. And Christopher makes the coffee in the morning, brews the coffee. I just pour about a third of the Premier Protein shake into my coffee. The end. I get about 10 grams of protein in my coffee. I'm getting protein in right off the bat in the morning. And some protein shakes, we did a taste test. Fairlife protein shakes are the tastiest. They're just the best, hands down. They are also the most expensive. So, for me, I'm cheap and I'm not going to, if I can find one that I like that it's okay, I'm going to get the cheaper one.
I don't buy any of them because I think, actually the Fairlife ones were fine. I don't use any added protein. That's all I do.
I mean, you have to get the ready to drink ones because if you try to put the powder in the coffee, I can never get it to mix up to a consistency that's not gritty. So I got the ready to drink ones. I just pour the protein shake in first, about a third of it, and then pour the coffee and stir it up, and that's all there is to it. Yeah. I'm always excited. I do post my drinks sometimes. Thanks for my interview. Who is this?
I don't know who this is. Yeah, I don't. You must have changed your name. I don't know who SNHL name is. You're going to have to tell me.
Maybe it's Shanitha.
No, wait. While we were on the cruise, we haven't run Shanitha yet.
Oh, but it came out while we were on the cruise. Lost 3 pounds, so I didn't see it till we got home.
I don't know who.
Stacy Jackson?
No. Is it the guy in Miami or outside of Miami? I don't know who. I don't know. Tell us who you are.
Your name.
Doris Goody. Kelly cut her hair to a short bob. I don't think she cut her hair. I think her hair is always short, but you see her very often with extensions.
Oh.
I was watching something about she was actually talking to somebody about her hair the other day. No salty drinks for me either.
All right. What do you think, JoJo? Anthony says allodonia is the phantom pain. Oh, anhedonia is the not feeling pleasure anymore. Thank you, Anthony. Yes, anhedonia, that second one. Yeah, you don't get pleasure from the foods that you used to really enjoy. And so, you have to find that in other things from maybe exercise or, something else, because food just doesn't do it for you anymore, if you know what I mean. Yeah, thank you, Anthony. Lori Tarsa says, curious, I just went to your store and no scale showed up.
Well, so you weren't in
We
the
did-
store. You were in the you were in the store for the
Oh,
YouTube. So the
the
store we're talking
Amazon
about, you have to
store.
go to the downsized.org and click on our Amazon store,
Sorry.
and that'll take you to an Amazon page that shows you all the stuff.
Yeah. Sorry about that. Yeah. Go to thedownsized.org.
Erica, is it a concern that Wegovy pulls their protein from a yeast and the compound version does not? They pull from a research grade salt peptide. I heard this on the pin today, so go back and watch, Dave. I watched this as well. There's a difference between what state regulated compounding pharmacies are using and what research grade medications are. Theoretically, state regulated compounding pharmacies are supposed to be getting their APIs, their ingredients from FDA regulated manufacturing facilities.
Right.
It doesn't mean that drug is actually FDA approved, but it means the facility is FDA regulated.
Mm-hmm.
So they are not the same things. Are they made a different way? Yes, they are made a different way. And some of them are salts. And there was another kind, I don't remember what Dave said, but there was 2 different kinds. Both of those work though. And now both Lilly and Novo want to tell you that the compounding ones don't work, but they both work. Research grade may or may not come from a FDA regulated, but the odds are it does not.
It should not.
Well, it probably does not. And it doesn't require a prescription, and it's coming illegally into the country. And if it gets caught in customs, they'll seize it. And there's all kinds of things. So it's not actually the same thing. And a reputable compounding pharmacy should not be using research grade
peptides.
Yep.
That's why you need to look at your compounding pharmacy and see if they're a fly by night or if they've been around for a while, and what.
And you should be able to go to the state that pharmacy is in and pull their records and see how they've done.
Christy says, "Yay! Hello from Hawaii. I was able to join the live. I didn't miss it. All right. Hello. Aloha. I think you were on the other day and I said aloha."
All right. Loose ID says dinner shot.
Oh my gosh! Yay! Everybody clap! Yay! How was it? I mean, what'd you think? Let us know. Okay, good. Well, good for you. You took the first step, and that's a big one. That's a really big one. So good job. The needle didn't hurt at all. It was a little stingy from the Zepbound, maybe, but nothing at all. I'm sorry I waited a week. Ha ha ha. Thank you all so much.
You got this.
You got it. It's just the thought of it is sometimes overwhelming it. And then you just got to be like, okay, I'm just going to do it. And you just do it. And it's fine.
So started dose of Zepbound Lilly Direct.
Oh,
yeah, that's awesome.
Awesome. Very good. Deborah says, I'm wondering why we, who are not diabetic, don't get low sugar from taking this medication.
It's more complicated than I understand, Deborah. I can tell you that. It
has to do with insulin and insulin resistance, and
But it can actually lower your sugar. But I think the lowering of the sugar for diabetics, I don't think it's actually lowering your sugar. I think it's impacting all of the other things that cause the sugar to lower. And because you have diabetes, it's changing that.
Insulin related,
yeah, it's insulin related.
How that all works. Seeing your before and after pictures always blows my mind. I found some even worse before pictures from a cruise we were on a few years ago.
They're sitting on the table over there.
Oh my gosh, they're so bad. I was like, Christopher, look at these. These are great. And he's like, oh. So, oh yeah, I want to see a pic of JoJo. Well, she's right here. Do you want to see the real JoJo? JoJo says, JoJo's here. She's not biting
right
me.
Here.
Okay, there's JoJo. Hey, JoJo.
Say hi, Joe.
JoJo. Kirsten has some kitties at her house. So, all right. And then JoJo's not a hold me kitty. She doesn't really like to be held. She just likes to be where we are usually all the time. I agree with you that she's biting me now. Why are you biting me? There's not bad food, but years of diet culture is hard to erase, right? And even I remember at Weight Watchers, we used to say red light foods, like those foods that once you start eating, you can't stop. And for me, it was always ice cream was my red light food. And even like those red, yellow, green, probably we should get away from that. Man, I wish I was afraid of food. My problem is I love it too much. LOL. Oh, he's pulling out some old hats. Are we trying on hats now? Okay.
So Brian and Amy say, I never thought to measure at my head makes sense. I can see my face getting less round slightly. Well, so everything, so like my neck is actually, men's shirts are measured. So my neck was all the way up to a 19.
Yeah.
And I think now I'm at a 15 and a half. So it's a lot, but I have a lot of hats. And so you can see this hat kind of
look like a child.
Sits a lot smaller. This is actually a identical hat from the same company. That's the correct size. Yeah, I got the right size.
Why did you?
But yeah, so it's.
You have so many hats.
I feel like you feel like you're wearing a little boy wearing your
wearing
hat.
Your
I do have a lot of hats.
Yeah. Eat more real food, says Carrie. No guilt, no shame. Well said, Christopher. Yeah, I mean, and Carrie's a big proponent, clean eating.
And the funny thing is, and I was on a Facebook page today, and somebody posted a picture of their meal, which was like grilled pork chop and corn and I don't know, sweet potato or something like that. And probably half the people came for this lady. Oh, pork will give you cholesterol, blah, 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 blah. Corn is starchy and fatty and blah, 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 blah. I'm like, could somebody go measure and say this one's better than this one? Yeah, but there was nothing wrong with this meal. It was perfectly fine. It was a fresh piece. It was a lean piece of pork. It was we're in corn season right now. There's nothing better than an ear of corn right now. I'm like,
well, I mean, then some people are going to say, oh, well, corn has been bred to not be able to be digested whatever. Now in your system over years of blah, 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 blah. I mean, could you make better choices? Everything could always be a better something or other, right? Maybe just a plain piece of chicken, but then is it organic? Was it farm? Is it free range? I don't know. We just do the best we can, right? That's why I don't post my food. I love seeing your before and after pictures. It's so encouraging. Oh, do you have that really horrific picture of me at the waterfall in the pink shirt?
I don't think so.
That's the worst
but they've
one.
Seen that one.
Sydney says the reality for me has been the desire for junk food and fried foods has dramatically diminished. Yeah, me too. Dr. Payne, I will never ever again.
Fried chicken and okra. So the thing is, now that we've been on this, what? No, would you say 95, 96
2
weeks?
Years, yeah.
The reaction your body gets to the medicine changes over time, and it changes day to day and dose to dose. So just because you had a problem with something at one point doesn't mean you're always going to.
Yeah, it might.
And
put you
something
off
else, something
forever.
that you've been eating for like 20 weeks can all of a sudden be a problem. So.
Well, I mean, for me, I think about wine. So I was a big wine drinker pre GLP-1s. Like I'd have a couple glasses through the week. I'd have wine on the weekends. Like sometimes it was probably, a little too much, right? So started on the GLP-1, drank wine, made me feel terrible, made me feel sick, like I was poisoning myself. Like it was like drinking poison. And this thing that I had been doing for years that, I loved the whole thing. I love all the different wines. We've been to wineries. We've been to France and drank. I love wine, right? So now I don't really have the desire to drink. Occasionally I will drink a glass of wine thinking, oh, maybe I can drink it now. And I can drink a glass, but it's not the same. I just don't as much. Occasionally I will, but it's just really changed. It changed something in my brain. And, I don't need wine to live, so that's fine. And I have found I've started drinking other alcoholic beverages. I just really, that wine switch just kind of switched off. Linda Bookmiller says, eating out is interesting now. I have to order something small or take half home. Yeah, we do that. I didn't get to read the rest of it.
Oh, sorry.
Also, nice to steal a French fry from someone else's plate just to satisfy that urge. It helps.
Sure.
Yeah, for sure. Becky says, read that, would you?
Becky says, I've been enjoying
Sorry.
the conversations and I got a mile walk in while
Mm.
listening. Walked on my carport. It's raining here. You must be
Oh.
walking in circles.
Or on the walking path or something
Nora
like that.
Watson has a question. What do you mean so many bites?
Oh.
I'm in the. It's our way of saying that these appetites provide appetites. These drugs provide appetite suppression, so you'll get full a lot faster. So whereas pre-GLP-1s, I could go to a buffet and eat to my heart's
Fill up
content.
4 or 5 plates. No problem.
There was really, I was never full, right? There was as many bites as I wanted past the point of craziness.
Mm-hmm.
Today on the GLP-1, particularly early when you're
first month,
particularly
first
early,
90 days.
there's only so
can't
much
eat
that
that
your
much.
body is probably going to let you eat, that your head's probably going to let you eat. So you want to make sure you're getting that those good nutritious, tasty bites in to begin with.
Eat your protein first.
And I don't eat anything I don't like. That's why I don't eat extra protein stuff, because I think it tastes terrible.
I don't eat cottage cheese because I do not like it. When we first started, like those first weeks or first couple months, Christopher would fix dinner and I would literally eat 5 bites and be like, I can't eat anymore. I can't fit it in. I'm full. I'm stuffed. I cannot do it. So that's what we mean. Like in the beginning, you only have so many bites until your body says, you're done. Sorry, try again later. So make sure you're getting that protein in first.
Reese Pham says, question, is it true that there's a risk of blindness with GLP-1 medications? So we've covered this a lot. If you go back to the news, probably 4 or 5 times. I won't quote numbers because I will not get the numbers correct. But there is a blindness condition called NAION. And don't ask me to tell you what NAION stands for at this point. I do not remember, but it's called NAION. That has a slightly higher incidence rate for semaglutide in diabetics. Now, diabetics already have a much higher percentage of a rate of blindness from NAION. Now, that number, I believe, and I could be wrong, but I'm pretty close, is about 0.001 higher. So it's a very, very small, right? It's a very, very small incidence rate. And there's not even a black box warning on the box. There's no, so the FDA did not add a warning on it. That being said, if you have a history of diabetes and things like that, that's something that you should make sure you talk to your doctor about, because as with some of these, there's some thyroid things, there's some other things that if you have a history of, your doctor needs to make sure you're managing it very carefully.
Darian says, Christopher Laraine like their injections cold and crispy.
I don't feel it, honestly, so it doesn't matter to me.
It doesn't bother me. Anthony says that Linda Bookmiller, yes, I used to clean my plate when I eat out, but now doggy bags are my best friend. Yeah, we bring food home all the time. And then I forget to eat it because I forget that it's in the refrigerator, because my brain is not taking a mental inventory of the refrigerator all the time. Weird. Megan says, yes, I was losing too fast in constipation. Going back to 7.5 milligrams from 10 really helped. I exercise every day. So I just felt like even with the increase in calories and protein, I was losing too fast.
You got to do what's right for you.
Yeah, if you're having side effects too.
Ada says, I never miss my shot.
I've skipped my shot a few times. Back when we first started, I think we were like 3 months in and we were going on a cruise and I skipped it and I was sorry I did. And I never skipped it again after that.
Oh, Anthony says, is there supposed to be a great? Yeah, there was supposed to be. Sorry. I'm not sure why that didn't come up.
Sorry.
But it was a pretty cruise ship. You can go see it on the website.
Oh, here's a good question from Carrie. When you guys travel, do you take a vial or pre-filled syringes? So we're on compounded. So we have the vial and the insulin syringe. I do not pre-fill the syringe. I take the vial, and then when it's time to take the shot, I draw it out. Once the vial, we travel with a travel case that keeps it cool.
So we have 2 different cases.
Yeah. That one. I do not pre-fill syringes because I mentioned that I was considering that one time when we were going on a trip, and somebody sent me to a YouTube channel that scared the holy, what out of me, because apparently if you pre-fill the syringe, it can grow bacteria at a exponentially alarming rate. Okay, so when it's in the vial, it's I guess sterile. Your needle is sterile. You wipe. You inject. There's no time for bacteria to grow. But if you were to take it out of the vial in a pre-filled syringe and take it somewhere, or even just leave it in the refrigerator, it could grow bacteria very quickly, and you're injecting this directly into your bloodstream, and that could be
That's bad.
a bad idea.
So yeah, and this is the case we travel with our vials with. So we actually have one for pens and one for vials. And this has this little blue insert in it that freezes.
Mm-hmm.
And then your vial pops safely in there.
Yeah.
And it's got on the side for needles and wipes.
And we've taken this through TSA.
Stuff.
One guy, TSA agent, even said, "Oh, nice case." Like they see these every.
Yeah, I mean, there's between the allergy pens and insulin things, and there's all kinds of stuff floating around
and,
there.
Other people might say, "Oh, once the vial comes out of the refrigerator, is that an issue?" You want to make sure you keep it below, I think it's 80 degrees. And you want to use the vial within 28 days. So once it comes to room temperature, it's good for 28 days anyway. So, if you maybe take a full vial with you when you travel, and so then you also have to bring it back. And then how do you keep it cool coming back? So you really just want to keep it below 80 degrees, I think is the.
Gwen says, "Why are you so small?" I'm not sure what.
I don't know. I think when you did the cruise thing, the graphic didn't come up, and maybe we're just small in the corner. Just taking my first shot of Wegovy, says Wilco, 5 days ago. No side effects, but also still feeling hungry. Well, Wilco,
that's you're a good
5
band.
Days.
It
might take a week, might take 90 days.
Yeah, I mean, everybody reacts differently. So I would just go ahead and say, I'm going to take 3 months worth of shots and see where it is.
Yeah.
And come back next week and tell us how you're doing.
Yeah. In the meantime, eat protein, drink your water, go for a walk. Nora Watson says, "I vote NYC. Me too. I love New York."
Well, we got to win though. Win the best
So
couple first. Win the best couple.
America's
We'll add another date somewhere in the U.S.
Link in bio.
Hawaii sounds lovely. I don't know. We had a Hawaiian viewer a minute ago.
Oh, it does sound lovely. Durham says, if they're traveling at Clean Eating Kitchen with Carrie Forrest, they will take their vial and syringes. They have a travel case for the meds. Yeah. Although
we forgot it last time.
The cruise was the best. Can't wait till next year. Thanks, Megan. Although when we went to the Obesity Week conference, we had the freezer part in the freezer, ready to go. We had the vial sitting in the refrigerator, ready to go. We get to the airport. Christopher says, "Guess what we forgot?"
It was fine.
I mean, luckily we were only gone, I think 4 days. So we came home and we took our shots like a day late, and that was fine. If something happens and you have to take your shot a day late, it's fine. I've gone plus or minus a day. I'm not a doctor, without any ill effects. If you get more than 5 days out, it gets a little questionable, and you might get a little hungry. You might have to catch back up. Yes, I stopped doing carnivore. Got it.
Val enjoyed the cruise. Brochet vote San Diego. San Diego is also a lovely place. She has family in San Diego.
My grandparents used to live there. My cousins live in El Cajon, which is near there. Sharon says, "Hi, Downsized fam. Celebrating my 1-year anniversary on Zepbound. Down 59 pounds and 26% of my body weight. All right. Starting to contemplate when to start maintenance." It's the eternal question, right? How do you know? How do you know when you're done? How do you know when you're done, Christopher?
I'm done.
But how did you know? When did you get the energy to exercise regularly? Want to focus on core strength? You know what? I have been exercising regularly. I mean, I'm not kidding when I say for years. But talking about GLP-1 and maybe fatigue, how did you get the energy to do that? I drink electrolytes in my water. I think that helps. I drink
But early on,
caffeine
it
before I
certainly
work
slows you
out.
down, and
I
you're
mean,
just gonna
caffeine
have to do the best
helps.
you can.
There's really nothing you can do about the fatigue except get more rest, right? And sleep is very important. You need to make sure you're getting 6 to 8 hours of sleep. It really does make a difference in your weight loss and how you feel.
And the thing is, this is a long journey. So if you listen to everybody that's telling you all the things you absolutely have to do right now and you do all of them, it will be overwhelming, whether it's exercise or what you eat or the medications for side effects or all that. You have to do what's right for you and do where you are right now in your journey. So as you get further along, you can always add things, you can do different things, you can build better habits, because this isn't a 2-week diet.
Well, and you want to build the habit to exercise so that when you're on days when you're not motivated to necessarily exercise, the habit kicks in, right? So I'm not always motivated to exercise, but it's just what I do now. That I am a person. I heard this on a podcast. I am a person who exercises. I am a person who can get to their goal weight. I am a person who likes taking group exercise classes at the gym. I'm a person who likes going for a walk. So if that's the person you want to be, that's the story you have to tell yourself. And sometimes, you're tired or the motivation isn't there or shit happens and your daughter wrecks her car and your exercise class is out the window. But, you have to figure out how you want to recover and go about your time. Jamie Brady, our daughter wrecked her car yesterday, by the way, but she's fine. Listening while I'm at the gym working out, 55 pounds down. Thanks for all you two do. Oh, you're welcome, Jamie Brady. That's why I didn't get to the gym yesterday morning, because our daughter, it was raining. It's been raining here a lot. She hydroplaned and hit some mailboxes, and she was fine, but the mailboxes were a little crunched up. Her car was a little crunched up. Marlene says, hi guys, I finally broke the 209s or the 200s. I'm at 195. Woohoo. All right. Go,
Good job.
Girl. That's awesome. It's so nice to see that 1 as the first number, right? It's a great feeling. Never want to see that 2 ever again. Just a humble human. Hello, I have diet PTSD from forcing myself to do so many restrictive diets. Don't I know it? Like keto, Atkins, etc. Done them all. Now I prioritize protein and whole foods, but nothing is off limits. Yeah, it's definitely diet PTSD, right? Like, I have to eat cottage cheese because it's good for me. No, I don't, because I don't like cottage cheese and I'm not going to eat it, right? So a lot of those foods we think are diet foods, they're just foods, or bad foods. They're just foods. Some foods more nutritious than other foods, and nothing's off limits. Exactly. So, but yep, I got the diet PTSD. I mean, it took 40 years of dieting to get to where I am now. So, it's not going to all undo in 96 weeks or whatever, right? But we have to work on it. We're working on it. We working on it. Mish says, I'm 6 foot and the number I have in my head is 185, but I'm also going to take the tip from Dr. G and get to that BMI equals 27 and see how I feel. Yeah, we had Dr. G, we interviewed him on our channel a few weeks ago. You can go back and watch. And his goal was really to get his patients under a 27 BMI. So, and he just uses that as a guideline, right? So it's 6 foot tall. Let's see. So it's like 5 feet and 12 inches. What's 12 times 5? 60? Yeah, I mean, yeah, that's probably right. 185. But yeah, see how you feel as you get there, and you might adjust. The great thing about these medications that they're tools, and we can use them to keep going or see how we feel. Stop. Thanks for your unending support. You're welcome, Kelly. Yes, type 2. So 63 years old.
She was
Thinking,
saying she was stalled.
yeah. As we get older, your weight loss gets slower, and type 2 lose slower. So hang in there, just keep going. Nora says, I love the Hello Kitty water cup. I got it with Kohl's Cash. I'm a Kohl's millionaire. Isn't it cute? It's sparkly and it says Hello Kitty. It was on their website. I don't know if it still is, but yeah. I have a couple Hello Kitty
Liz
cups.
says going up to 5.0 tomorrow. My first jump up. Honestly, a bit nervous. You'll be okay. I didn't ever. Although when I jumped, I could feel it a little bit more. You could, as our friend from Traces of Twan says, I could feel the zepping, but I didn't have any real side effect changes or anything. It was fine.
You'll be fine. Elizabeth says, started on May 14th and down 36 pounds today. Woot woot! With Hashimoto's, the scale is finally moving. Right? Our friend Jill has Hashimoto's.
She does.
Reach out to her. Did we tell her we're on this? Does she know we're on this?
Yes, she does.
I think she does. Yeah. I need to talk to her. Roche says, Dr. Mike Israel did a great review of workout, weight supplements, and drugs yesterday and was singing the praise of Tirzepatide. I think he has been on a podcast I listened to, Dr. Gabrielle Lyons' podcast, and I think he's a big weightlifter, bodybuilder, health and fitness guy. So singing the praise of Tirzepatide. Yeah, I think he uses it in a maybe a little bit different way. I forget what exactly he says, but in a more of a bodybuild way.
SNHL name says Stephen from Florida. Yeah, that's the guy I interviewed. He was going on that big cruise, remember?
Oh, right. Okay.
Awesome. Yeah, I mean, go read all the comments. Lots of people commented and thought you were fabulous.
Mm-hmm.
Evelyn James has one for you.
I ran home from work. Evelyn says, to ask Laraine a question, did you have hair loss? And I start my injections tomorrow. You both have motivated me to start. Well, that's great, Evelyn. I had some hair loss like in the middle of my 50-pound loss. Like when the weight loss kind of got going, I kind of got rolling, so to speak. I did notice that my hair was falling out a little bit more, like as I brushed it, or I have a lot of hair, like it's kind of come back now. So as I got into maintenance, it kind of started growing again. My hairdresser recommended Nutrafol supplements. I think if you're losing more than 2 pounds a week, you could be putting yourself at risk for hair loss. I would say make sure you're taking a good multivitamin. Some people think biotin might help. I took biotin off and on. I don't know if it really helped or not.
But hair loss, like all of the side effects, may or may not happen to you. It is not there's no guarantee one way or the other.
I would just, make sure you're using like a good shampoo. You're doing things easy on your hair, like using a wide tooth comb, maybe switch to a satin pillowcase, like, just go very easy on it. You may have a little bit of hair loss, but hopefully you won't, or it won't.
Scott says he still loves Bob Evans sausage gravy and biscuits. I do too.
Who doesn't?
And honestly, I mean, I can't tell you the last time. Well, actually, we went to Bob Evans at one point.
One of your favorites.
Actually.
We went the other.
I didn't have sausage
Father's
gravy and biscuits.
Was it Father's Day we went for?
That stuff, I mean, with that stuff, I can eat like a little bit and then I'm done. It's too heavy. I can't.
Well, and it's interesting to go to those restaurants that you always used to go to pre-GLP-1s, and you go and you get your big order that you always got, like the pancakes and the sausage and the eggs and the grits and all the things, and you eat like some of it and you're like, all done. I'm going to need a box, please. Because you forget, right? You forget that you don't eat as much now. And so, but this is my order. This is what I always get. Wow, this was really a lot of food.
So Erica says, thank you for clearing that up. I go through Mochi and use Casa Pharmacy. They just do not use the same process as Wegovy. That's correct. So we've used Mochi. I've used Zepbound, Mounjaro, and Mochi. If you go read the Novo Nordisk lawsuit. I'm actually quoted in the Novo Nordisk lawsuit as saying, and I'll say it again for the lawyers out there if they want to write it down again. I have used the branded, so Zepbound and Mounjaro, as well as compounded Tirzepatide. I have used it from 6 different pharmacies. All of them have worked the same way for me. I've had the same weight loss, similar side effects, or really no side effects. A little bit of constipation, a little bit of diarrhea occasionally, but actually less than I had pre-GLP-1s. A little bit of fatigue on once in a while, but that's about it. Nothing that was any issue.
Yeah, I've used solely Mochi since February of 2024, and I've used multiple compounding pharmacies through Mochi. Still use them. I haven't gotten Casa Pharmacy. I guess they don't ship to North Carolina. I get Empower, which I like. So, yep. RN says 2 weeks completed on Zepbound, 2.5 milligrams down, 14 pounds, only slight constipation. Very pleased so far. 2 weeks down 14 pounds. That's a lot. So yeah, it should slow down a little bit over time, but that's a great start for sure. You're just scrolling through.
Oh, I have to get back to the same point.
Brian and Amy Smith. I let mine sit 30 minutes because I thought someone said it might make more nausea. Never tried otherwise. So if you're on the injector pen, here's a Mounjaro pen. I do see a lot of people letting these sit out and come to room temperature. I just am not secure with letting a vial come to room temperature and then putting it back into the refrigerator. I feel better if my vial is always in the refrigerator for as long, I don't, you know what I mean? Like, it's perishable. I don't want the light on it. I don't want it out any longer than it needs to be. I mean, I guess technically you could fill your syringe, and then I wouldn't even do that though, honestly. That's my thought on that. Joe says, will we get a full hat try-on haul video? Oh, please. Don't even encourage them.
I have a lot of hats. You probably don't want that.
That would take hours.
Yeah.
I don't think we have that kind of time. No.
30 or 40 hats.
Yeah, the band has a lot of hats. The band has a lot of hats and a lot of shoes. I think he has more shoes than I do. And a lot of his shoes are now too big because
I've gotten rid of a lot of them because they were too big.
Yeah. Had lost weight in the feet.
Sherry says, do you still get your GLP-1s from Mochi?
Yes, I do. Mochi Health. You can use my code, save $40.
Please don't.
QIY, the letter O, and 8.
This is not a sponsored video.
This is not a sponsored video. But yes, I do. Kate says, also things that maybe you shouldn't eat before because of inflammation you can enjoy when on GLP-1s. I've experienced that personally. I believe you've interviewed a person or two with same experience. So I couldn't eat before because it gave me inflammation, and maybe now I don't have that. I can't think of anybody that did that.
No, we have talked to a couple of different people.
Do you remember the food?
I think it was a gluten, or I don't remember specifically, but we have talked to some people.
They had less sensitivity to certain allergens, maybe. Maybe. One thing I have noticed is I used to get horrible mosquito bites. Like every summer, we live in the South, we'd go camping, I'd spray, the repellent, which isn't really good for you. And I'd still get all these mosquito bites. They never bit Christopher, always bit me. And I would scratch them and I'd itch. And I'm also allergic to bee stings, which probably is kind of related to that. I've had mosquito bites a couple times this summer, just being out in the yard or whatever. And I have them, I come in, I see the welt, I take a shower, I kind of forget about it. I look at it later that same day and they're gone. Like, I really think the Tirzepatide has reduced the inflammation.
Not a doctor, not a scientist.
Megan, Small Things Daily, agrees with me, and some other people agree with me too. And that's not even something I hear people talking about.
Stephen, who we interviewed, nice man from Florida, went on a cruise to Iceland. Right, so tried to tell the waiter to give me a kid steak, but they never did. Steamed vegetables, no French fries or alcohol. Only had wine twice for dinner. Sounds delightful.
All right, good.
Sasha says, anyone had issues with cucumbers last year? Ate one that Had lots of seeds, had me in the bathroom at both ends.
Oh,
Finally
no.
tried them again, and something happened.
Same thing.
Same thing happened. I've never been able to eat cucumbers. My father couldn't eat cucumbers. My
Nope.
brother can. It's like a Durham
It's like a
gene
Durham
thing.
family
I don't know,
trait.
but cucumber, and I don't mind the way they taste. It's fine, but
I
they
don't-
will go.
I don't have a problem. I eat cucumbers in salads and things. Yeah, no,
Matter.
I remember being a child and I was having dinner at my friend's house, and my friend's mom her name was Jackie. So all the kids called her Miss Jackie. So Miss Jackie made spaghetti for dinner, and we were on these plastic plates that like had a character or something. And she filled these plates full of spaghetti. I'm like, full. And I was like, I cannot eat this full plate of spaghetti. She goes, well, if you don't eat your full plate of spaghetti, you can't have any of this delicious chocolate cake that I made for dessert. Y'all know how that went. So, there's just stuff like that stick with us.
Cy Watkins says, question, I've loved coffee addiction for decades. I thought beans went bad. Doesn't taste the same. I lost the urge, still a habit, and I brew every morning.
Yeah.
Some people report that coffee doesn't taste right for them.
I've heard people that don't like coffee. It doesn't taste right. I mean, that's me with wine, I guess. But yeah, I have heard people say that with coffee. Darling JoJo, was he a rescue? Well, JoJo's a girl, and JoJo was born in upstate New York, and some neighbors' parents lived in upstate New York, and a cat gave birth to kittens under their front porch, and our neighbors here drove to New York and got JoJo and JoJo's brother, who's an orange cat, and they put on our community Facebook page, does anybody want a cat? And my daughter had been begging for a cat for years, and finally Christopher Durham said, if you get straight A's this semester, I think she was in like 9th grade or 10th grade, I will get you a cat, because he didn't think she was going to make straight A's. Well, guess what? She made.
Well, it was the first and only semester she ever did.
First and only. Well, since like elementary school. So I said, yes, we want the cat. So we got JoJo. So she wasn't ever like in a shelter or anything. And we got her in 2021 when COVID was still COVIDing. And so we were home all the time. So she loves to be around her people, and she's sad when we're not here.
Hot Tech 3D World says, I'm just curious, will it help you slow down if you stay at a lower dosage? I'm getting close to my normal weight before my accident that left me bedridden for 6 years. So here's the thing. There's a lot of different reasons for obesity, right? People think, all fat people are the same. Well, no, that's not really the case. One of those is traumatic injury, right? So if you had something that caused you to be bedridden and you were unable to take care of yourself and you gained weight and all those things, and this medication helped you lose weight. So yes, staying at that lower dose should help you. You may also need to up your calories, but work with your doctor, because there may be other strategies if you're now eating in a sustainable way, and hopefully you're able to move now. Maybe you're not bedridden, that you can do. So not everybody has to stay on these medications forever. There are instances that you may be able to come off of them.
Well, I think it's important to know too that the level of medicine and the level of weight loss do not necessarily correlate. Like, just because you jump up in dose doesn't mean you necessarily have a faster weight loss, right? So because everybody's different and everybody's bodies are different, if you come down in dose, theoretically your weight loss should slow down if you're close to your goal. And just as you get closer to your goal, your weight loss should slow down. So if you're looking to slow down your weight loss, I mean, if you stay at a lower dosage, probably, but not necessarily. Like I've talked to people who lost 50 pounds and they never left a 2.5 milligram dose of Tirzepatide.
But I've been on the 15 milligram dose now for
he's been
6
maintaining
months,
on 15,
and I'm not.
And he's not losing.
I mean, I could lose more if I cut my calories, but I'm fine. It's not.
Yeah, when I hit my goal weight, I started dropping down in dose just to save money or just conserve the medication. I thought compounding was going to go away. And so I continued to lose, not a lot, maybe a pound a month. as I dropped down. But then I got to like 142, 143, and I've just kind of, that's where I can kind of maintain. So now I'd take a 7.5 or 5 milligram dose, depending on how I'm feeling. Right now it's 7.5, and I'm maintaining. So you can experiment with it. Ask your doctor. We're not doctors, but that's our personal experience with that. Sorry.
Clean eating question, no judgment, Christopher. But do you think you'll ever go to the gym? Just curious. I mean, occasionally I drive by.
He left his computer in the car, and he had to come get it from me.
I did go
at
to the gym. That's exactly right. I think we all have to make our own decisions on that. And if that's something that works for you, that's great. I can tell you, when we were in Washington, I did one of the Sika body scales, and all of my muscle mass and everything was right smack dab where it's supposed to be. And I'm feeling great.
It was good. Annoyingly good.
All of my numbers from my doctor are good. And I don't see a reason to do anything differently.
Well, and you don't have to exercise in order to lose weight. Okay. I always thought that you kind of did, but you really don't, right? Because it's really all about the food. However, you might feel better if you exercise. It's good for your heart. It's good for your mental health. It's just good for you all around to get more movement into your body. But you don't have to. So, case in point.
Megan says she bought 4 of the All Family Voyager XL. They're these little cool coolers. I've looked at them. Acts like a mini fridge. I'm doing to Portal. You can plug them in. We may actually buy one of those. So we're doing a transatlantic cruise next year in May. Mm-hmm. That'll be New Jersey to Barcelona. We may buy one of those for that. Honestly, they're not that much more expensive, but they're super cool.
I think Wayne gave us a super chat.
Wayne
Whitmer. Thank you for your super chat, Wayne. Do you know when the higher dosages of Tirzepatide will be completed, or are there any initial results?
Don't. No, I mean, I know they're in testing right now. We haven't seen any numbers on them yet. Maybe they're Lilly's doing their quarterly call tomorrow. Maybe one of the analysts will ask them about it. So who knows? I think they're going to come out guns blazing tomorrow, because Novo's was sort of dull. Their numbers weren't great. They didn't have a lot in the innovation pipeline, and Lilly's going to come out and go, hey, let me show you Tirzepatide.
We've got orforglipron.
Higher doses. Let me show you orforglipron. Let me show you retatrutide. Let me show you amycretin. Let me show you. And all the analysts are going to go, buy. Is what I think is going to happen, but we'll see.
Yeah. No, so I guess a higher dosage of Tirzepatide right now, the top dose you can buy in the branded pens is 15. And so maybe they'll come out with a 20, I think is what they're testing. Wasn't it like 20 or something, like substantially? Hello?
Yeah.
Yes. Okay. Yeah. No.
James says, anyone thought about the gray market? I've done well on Tirzepatide, but I'm not sure I can continue it financially. James, I understand it. We don't recommend the gray market. It's that those are illegal medications that are supposed to be sold through prescriptions. You don't know where they're coming from. I get it that it's cheaper.
The cheapest I found.
You're a grown up. You do what you want to do.
Take a look at Mochi Health.
Yeah, but no, we don't recommend that.
Sorry.
See, Crowho says, been on the medication for a week and lost 5 pounds.
Awesome. Woohoo.
Brian Cullen says, ever chatted with Dr. Jason Fung about intermittent fasting? We haven't talked to Dr. I've watched Dr. Fung. I'll tell you.
We talked to...
I don't have any particular interest in intermittent fasting. I actually basically do it anyway, because I don't eat from 6 o'clock till noon the following days.
He skips breakfast.
So I'm pretty much doing it. Mm-hmm. I don't have a philosophical belief in it, though. I'm not going, I am an intermittent faster. That's just how I am. If it works for you, that's great. Do I think everybody needs to layer fasting with these medications? No, I do not. I think this is the medical treatment of the disease of obesity. And if that works for you, that's fine, but it's not a necessary thing.
Well, my point of view on it is I'm trying to get 80 to 100 grams of protein a day. I cannot hit that if I only have a 4-hour, 6-hour eating window. I'm not going to hit that in 2 meals. I need breakfast, lunch, dinner. I try to do 30 grams of protein at each meal. we talked to Dr. Dean Jones the other day. We haven't published that video yet. His theory was if he fasts for like 48 hours, like once a month, and he feels like it helps reset. And that's, he talks a little bit about that. You can watch that video with him when it comes out. I just don't want to do that. Some people are big into it, and I know Dr. Fung, I think, wrote a book on it and all that. But yeah, at some point, not, at what point does it become disordered eating? And at what point are you just not eating for so many days in a row? And it's not
our thing. If it works for you, that's great. But yeah.
Brandon Amy Smith, I tried Aldi brand. Maybe I will try. I bought that one. It's
Premier
good.
Protein also tastes gross.
Maybe I will buy Premier Protein. So no, the Aldi brand is good. And sometimes I've gotten that one.
She already said it didn't. She didn't like it.
Oh, you didn't like the Aldi brand?
I mean, generally they all taste like ground linoleum.
They don't.
It's just they're unpleasant at best.
We know that you don't like it. You don't have to make disparaging remarks.
It's truthful remarks. It's not disparaging.
That's your opinion.
Yep, that is my opinion.
Okay, all right.
Tastes like ground linoleum.
Welcome to the Downsized. Yeah, no. I tried the Premier Protein. If I can get it for like $2 a bottle or less, that's a good price. I think like the 4-pack is around $9 or $10, so that's a little bit more. But if you see it on sale, you got a good CVS coupon, or you see a good deal on Amazon, sometimes it goes on sale. That's what we do. That's what I do. He didn't drink it. All right.
No, I don't do any of those protein things.
All right. What is happening?
CJ says Core Power is awesome. The only ones that tasted good were the Fairlife ones.
All right. I think we're going to wrap up the show shortly.
We are going to wrap up the show.
Hit the like
Anthony
button.
says now he's wondering what linoleum tastes like. Try Premier Protein. You'll know.
Yeah, Core Power is the best. I mean, it's also very expensive. I think it's very expensive. You're paying so much darn money for this medicine. As well, us who don't have the insurance coverage, we're paying so much for this medicine, right? We're paying for all this to eat all this protein, and we're paying for vitamins, and we're paying for all kinds of stuff. And, I think I just want to save money where I can.
All right. Is that going to be we're 2 hours and 30 minutes
What's
into
Megan
this show?
say?
Megan says intermittent fasting worked for her.
Oh, intermittent fasting was one of the only things that worked for me to lose weight before. It's a lot easier when you're not thinking about food, but that's what we have Tirzepatide for now. Yeah. Well, there you go. I intermittent fast between meals. I don't think that's what they're talking about, though. Audrey Abada says, hi, guys. My insurance is no longer covering my medication. I refuse to be forced to change to Semaglutide. I'm trying to figure out compounding options. Does Mochi provide 12.5 milligrams Tirzepatide? Yep. Yes, they do. All doses, same price, $199. They go up to the 15 milligram dose. So, yep, Mochi.
But here's the thing. I understand the refusal to try Semaglutide, but the only way you can get your insurance, in all likelihood, first of all, I would contest them not paying it, because in many states it's illegal to even do that. But if you go try it and it doesn't work for you, it gives your doctor a reason to file an exception to it. But if you just give up and walk away, then you're paying cash for it. I get what you're saying, but
yeah,
I might try it for a couple of months and see. It's either going to work and it'll be fine and who cares, or it's not going to work, in which case the doctor can, write another note to the insurance company and go, hey, this doesn't work. You need to pay for the Tirzepatide.
Ask your doctor to prescribe Mounjaro and see if it goes through that way. People have done that. And so Mounjaro and Zepbound are the same exact medication. Mounjaro is prescribed for type 2 diabetics, and Zepbound is prescribed for weight loss. They are both Tirzepatide. You could try that. If it's a difference of I get it covered and I pay $25 and I have to switch to Semaglutide, or I have to go to Mochi and pay $199 for my compounded Tirzepatide, I mean, that's just a matter of what you can afford, right? That's just really going to be up to you. Started June 6th, Zepbound, down 30 pounds, so no complaints here. All right, Charlie Boy Jester. All right, awesome.
Sydney says she's with me.
Those protein drinks taste like the plastic it's bottled in. Ground linoleum. Okay, Christopher, you got your next T-shirt.
There you go.
Ground
Looking
linoleum.
extra slim.
Meanwhile, I'm trying to email Premier Protein every day saying, make a sponsor the Downsized channel. Haven't seen for a while. He's looking extra slim. Oh, this guy over here. Yeah, he is extra slim. Slim, we call him. Show your before and after pictures, honey. Yeah, no, he's lost what, like 104 pounds.
Yeah, something like that.
Mm-hmm. Jill McCullough, I was just diagnosed with a eustachian tube dysfunction. The echo feeling comes and goes. I've learned that it can be caused by weight loss and didn't understand why until hearing your explanation.
I am told it adjusts, that your body just needs time, and it's gotten a little bit better for me, and now I don't know, it's fine at this point, but it is a real nuisance.
Our daughter had that too. Sydney says, if my insurance was paying for my GLP-1s, I'll try whatever they're paying for. That's kind of my feeling too, Sydney. This $500 a month for Zepbound is rough. That's why I'm at Mochi, but yeah.
All right.
Yeah. Agreed.
Oh, let's see here. There are 267 people out there and 261 likes. Please hit that like and subscribe button if you haven't been over to our change.org site and I can't get the sentence out for our
Kelly Clarkson.
It's not working.
We have a petition. You can sign it. It's pinned to the top of the chat here. Go sign it and tell Kelly Clarkson we want to interview her and ask her about her weight loss. And you can vote for us for America's Favorite Couple, and that's in the community tab, I think. And what else? You can go to our website at downsized.org, check out our cruise, check out our Amazon store. We're Amazon affiliates. We make a small commission on each purchase. What else, Christopher? Join our email list, because we might do cool stuff and you might want to know about it. We don't send emails out very often.
Not very often. There will be one tomorrow, though. And then make sure you check out on the meetups. So we've got another 5 coming up across the country. They're absolutely free. All you have to do is say RSV, say, hey, I'm coming, and we go hang out, talk, chat. You might get a JoJo pin if you show up. So be super excited.
JoJo will not be at the meetups.
JoJo does not fly. She is anti-flying.
She doesn't really like to ride in the car.
No.
I did a TikTok with a picture of JoJo screaming when we went to the vet. She was like, ah! She was not pleased. All right. It's also on my Facebook.
That is it for us this evening. Thank you very much. My name is Christopher Durham.
I'm Laraine Durham. Thanks for
watching. And we are the Downsized.
Bye.